music like a goober. I didn't even start it. It was right hit. It was right there. I'll start with something a little bit more lighthearted. Yeah, that's nice. I'm getting smacked in the face. Oh, and by the way, a reminder, everybody, if you were to start a hype train, welcome. We don't need you. If we were to start a hype train, the throw fish redeem becomes only 5 Seebs cheap. So
get to bully
the flint. Bully. Yes. We all want to bully the bird. Even I want to bully the bird.
No, we want to pet the bub. Pet the bub.
I mean, no.
Pet the bub. Pa.
Oh, can I show something off real quick? Just real quick in
Go
Twitch.
for it.
Okay. Everybody take a look. See how ass this is. So I want to go here so I can manage the rewards, right? I click on it. Oh, hey, what? It worked this time? What? All right. Well, apparently it's just random whether it works or not. Now it keeps working. What? All right. It just went wrong on me. So for me, the problem is typically like when I click on it, the window disappears too quickly because it's like it registers that it clicks outside of the first tooltip, so it makes everything go away. So it no longer registers to click on that button, so it doesn't load the second page. That's my issue. So you have to click lower because then you still hit the button correctly. Oh, I hate that. Anyways.
Right. So
first thing
I want you to do, file save as. We are saving these files.
Oh yeah.
That's
OneDrive documents.
Save your files.
Save your
I
files.
say that from experience because I've lost so much work because I haven't done that.
How can I make a new folder? New folder. There we go. New folder. Blember. There we go. Oh, there's Blender projects. No, it goes to Blember.
Once you've done that,
dragon. We're gonna make a dragon, so it's gonna be a dragon blend.
What we can do next is I want to set up a thing called screencast, which shows on the screen what buttons you're pressing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So what I would like you to do is to go to Edit, Preferences.
Oh, Preferences.
Then go to where it says, now chat won't see this because it's a different window capture. Go to where it says Add-ons.
Add-ons?
And then type in Screencast. And you should see one there that says System Screencast Keys.
Huh? I'm not...
Oh, do you not see that?
It's not in there. I see IVGen and Simplify Curves.
Oh, give me a second.
Maybe it's a testing, community, and... No.
Never mind. It might actually be an add-on. I thought it was actually built in to the system. Never mind. I will just type in the chat what things we're going to pop and not on.
Okay. That's weird, though. I wish it would work.
Let me go and have a look.
I wonder if I...
Because it is very useful. Ah, here we are. Yeah, you go. If I'd known this, I would have told you beforehand. I thought it was actually just built in. Where's Flim?
Cooler Flimt. Cooler Flimt is so cool.
It's so cool.
Thank you.
Models are going to block the casting. We can move it over to the other side of the screen. You can change where the screencast actually lands.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and also we can also do a really nifty trick that I like to call the yeet. No, that's not what I meant. We can do this little trick. There we go. Nice. Now we're small. And we can be even smaller with a shrink, but that's not what's happening right now.
Yeah, because we're going to be focusing on the model.
Exactly.
Yeah. Small.
To the Blember.
But yeah, so if you got that, you want to go to Preferences and Add-ons again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've downloaded that file, there's a button in Add-ons that says Install.
Okay, so there it is. It's a GitHub page. There we go. So I just go to Releases. and I install it, just the zip file.
Yeah, you literally just install the zip file. You don't need to unzip it or anything.
Oh.
Blender works from the zip file directly.
Okay, so basically I have to find it. How do I find it?
Let me go and have a look as well, just to make sure that you get it from the right place. And what I will also do, I'm going to
downloads.
Put a link, because if there's anything that we're using today, chat, I'm going to try and link it so that if there's any resources that you can use, I'm going to try and put that in as well.
It was called, oh gosh, now I lost it. What was it called again? Screencast. No,
Screencast.
There it is. Screencast keys. There he is.
That's the one.
There we go. Okay, cool.
So that's now turned on. So what I want you to do in Blender, you've got in the main scene, when your mouse is in that main scene, you can press N and T. N and T are the two toolbars on the side. So if you actually press those, you can see those coming in and out.
Yeah.
Those are just to hide things away. So if you have it, if you press N and have that side menu displayed, you should see a tab that says Screencast Keys.
Ah.
There we go. So what I want you to do, we can align right.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Sorry, what were you saying?
So first thing you want to do, actually, up at the top where it says Screencast Keys, there's a little checkbox.
Ooh,
just
enable.
tick that on.
Oh, yeah?
Align right. And we should now see Screencast Keys. There you go. You can see on the bottom there with that little mouse.
The N stands for numbers, and the T stands for tools. Okay, cool. So these are the tools. These are a lot of numbers.
Yeah, so you can see that little thing down there. So we can size that to however big we want with font size and line thickness and such like that. But to be honest, the default should probably be fine.
All right.
And that will just teach chat and show chat what we're pressing when we're pressing it. So you can press N because you can actually get rid of that.
Right. So, but also...
Oh, it's a little bit inside, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a little funky.
Where it says offset 20 on X, set that to -20.
There we go.
There
All right,
you are.
perfect.
Sweet.
All right,
So you
now...
should now be able to see that too, chat.
Yeah. So that'll be very nifty for everybody. That was a not very necessary tool for you guys. This is just for us so we can show what to do. So everybody, we can get started now, I think. Also, a fair warning, in about 15 minutes, my dinner will be arriving. We'll still be able to do 3D modeling while we have food. Also, level 1 hero and Moriak Xiao. Miorik Xiao. Thanks so much for the follows, precious peeps.
Come on in.
Yeah, and we are going to be checking out the Fortnite season finale in about an hour and 15 minutes as a little intermission. So after that, we're going to be continuing the 3D modeling. Now, we don't actually know if there's going to be like a finale thing, right? Because nothing has been confirmed.
We don't know for certain, no.
Yeah, so it could just be a regular Fortnite match. We'll see. Where's the Chatbird? Chatbird is around.
Chatbird's here.
Yeah, Chatbird's there.
Chatbird's still here.
Yeah, you can make him pop up.
So, first thing we're going to do, press A.
Press A.
Press X.
What does A stand for?
So A selects everything in the scene.
So it's just the A key on your keyboard selects everything. Then X.
And then X for the delete. X is delete. So before we actually go into anything big, I want to kind of explain how we navigate around these scenes as well.
Okay.
To rotate your camera, you just hold the middle mouse button, and that will then rotate your camera around the scene.
Yeah, this is something that's already kind of in my
it's already in your head, but I just want to go over it for the chat.
Yeah, of course.
So that rotates around your scene. Then if you hold shift, you can then pan around the scene as well, which moves the camera kind of like as if it's on a stationary plane.
So this is holding the shift key and then holding the middle mouse button. Oh yeah, you can see right here what I'm doing. So that's really useful. So you can see exactly what I'm doing, and I can pan it around. And when it's just the middle mouse and not the shift key, I do this.
Yeah, and zooming in and out is simply just rolling on the middle mouse key. Those are your 3 main movements. There is also, from time to time, you'll want to switch how your view looks. You have a numpad, don't you?
I do, yes.
So your numpad in Blender is used quite frequently for setting your view. So 1 on the numpad sets a front view.
Yeah.
3 on the front numpad sets a side view. 7 is a top view. And then holding control to any of those does the inverse of what that is. So control and 1 is a rear view. 3 is the other side view, and control and 7 is a bottom view.
Bottom view.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure a lot of you guys do. Also, I just noticed that some of my zooms align with those keys, so I'm gonna have to turn off the zooms.
Zoom.
There we go.
The other one is the other key on the numpad that's going to be quite important is pressing 5, because this switches your view from orthographic to perspective.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, there's things happening. I want to quickly say, yes, Miori, I do notice you. I would prefer if you just let the stream happen. Sadly, I can't focus on everything happening all at once, including chat, but we'll try to reply as we can.
Clint's going to be mostly dealing with obviously learning stuff, so yeah, I'll try and keep my eye on chat as well. So
thank you.
But like, yeah, so 5 is going to switch it from perspective to orthographic. And the difference between orthographic and perspective is orthographic will show things exactly how they are. So the size of things are exactly the same, which can be really useful for seeing things like if you've got a massive head and tiny feet, you can use orthographic to kind of see that better than you can maybe see it with perspective. But perspective gives you a more realistic interpretation of how that model is going to look in something like VRChat or a game or wherever you're going to put it.
So an orthographic view basically is everything is like equal distances anyway. It's like having a camera with a very very
far out view,
very narrow field of view.
and this can be really useful. Now, personally, I actually model more in orthographic, but what you'll find is that you will probably end up having a preference for one or the other. So and it differs per person.
So basically, what you can see, everything that's closer gets closer. Everything that's farther away is farther away. With orthographic, everything is kind of like
equidistant.
Equidistant, but it's like you can see the alignments and you can see the distances and lengths more easily.
So first thing we want to do, we're going to be making a character. So the first thing we need is a cube. So for that, what I want you to do is Shift and A. Shift and A is adding an object.
Ooh.
So we're going to add a mesh, and we are going to add a cube.
I got it.
There you go. Right,
I win.
Great stream, everyone.
I've
done
won.
Blender. That's it. Everyone, subscribe. That was great.
Like, comment, subscribe if you like that tutorial.
But no, so now we have a cube.
Now eat it.
The first thing we actually want to do is not delete this cube. We want to cut this cube in half. So Blender, while modeling, there are 2 main modes that we are going to be switching between for different purposes. Right now, we're in a mode called Object Mode. This allows us to switch between multiple objects in the scene. Right now, we only have 1, but if you start building a scene, let's say you're building a room, you might have an object for the floor, an object for the bed, the character, the rig, and all that sort of stuff. But Object Mode is our primary means of dealing with the entire thing.
Right.
But now we want to edit that object. We want to change it. So we have got to go into edit mode, which we can either do up there with the menu as Flint is doing now, or you can press tab on the keyboard to switch between the 2 recent modes that you've been in. So you can quickly tab between the 2, because you sometimes need to do that.
Leave him in tweaks.
We're going to go into edit mode, and I want you to press 1 on the keyboard, Flint.
Whoop. Side view. Oh no, front view.
Front view. Move the camera up a little bit just so we can kind of see the cube, but don't move it too far away from it.
Like,
so just rotate your camera just a little bit.
All right.
That's it. Just so we can see. Then I want you to press Control and R. This, chat, if you want to note down a tool, this is a very important one for modeling. Control and R. This is your loop cut tool. So right now you can see when he presses Control and R, he gets this yellow line that comes around it. If you could just undo that for a second, there's just a couple of things I want to explain about this tool. So if you just place it down and Control Z it. So Control R.
Yeah.
And then what I want you to do is to scroll on the mouse wheel.
Oh, more planes.
You can add multiple planes. This is how we kind of go. Now, whenever it comes to modeling, we are obviously going to get into trying to model something, model a character. When you're approaching this modeling process, you want to use as little loops as you can for as long as you can until you need to add more shape to it. Think of it like a sketch. You don't want to detail the face before you've even got the body in place. So we just need to cut this once. So if you scroll it all the way down so that there's just one cut directly in the middle.
Yep.
Then you click, and you're not actually done yet. Once you click, you can then move it from side to side.
Swing your loop from side to side.
But we just want to leave it where it is. So what I want you to do is to right click, and that should release it.
All right.
There we go.
There it is.
Right. So we've now chopped our cube in half. However, we've still got both sides of it. So what I want you to do is to go to the left side of what you're looking at.
The left side of what I'm looking at. So like,
and there's 4 vertexes on the side.
4 vertices.
Yeah, so you can see those 4 vertices that make up that face. Grab those.
I got them.
Press X and delete them.
Vertices? Okay, delete vertices.
Vertices, yes.
All right, so there's no plane between these, so this means this is open.
That means that's open, and that's actually what we want. So your camera's currently zoomed in, by the way. So we're going to want to zoom you back out a second.
Oh, whoops.
That's fine. There we go. Right, so we've chopped our cube in half. Now what we want to do is we want to add what's called a mirror modifier.
Wait, can you explain that again real quick? So basically we had that cube, right? We cut it in half. Did you see that part? What we did
cut it in half using Control and R, which is our loop cut. We then clicked it. Sorry, if you want to go.
Yeah, what I did was I clicked on the vertices with Control held so I could select multiple. What you can also do is do this and select multiple. So that's 2 ways you can do that.
Yeah, remember all the controls that Flint does use. Like I said, this will be uploaded to Flint's YouTube. All the controls will be down there. So if there's anything that you don't quite get, feel free to watch this video back once it goes live, and you'll be able to see all the commands that Flint is using.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we want to do now, we've chopped that cube in half. We now want to give it a mirror modifier. This is what will basically duplicate what's on the other side, which is why we only need half the cube.
Yeah, that's why we'll have symmetry, right?
Yeah, because we only need to make half the model. It's half the work. So on your little panels on the right-hand side of the screen, you should see a bunch of little icons, starting with a screwdriver and spanner up at the top, and then going down. You want to look for the blue spanner. This is your modifier properties.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just making sure that I can see the live view of my doorbell so I can be on point when the food arrives. Okay. What was the last thing you said?
So, over on the right-hand side of the screen, you will see you're seeing collection, and below that you should see a load of properties. What I want you to do is there should be a blue spanner in a little tool dock. That's the one. It should be called modifier properties. I want you to click onto that.
Ah, yeah, the little wrench.
So modifiers, there's loads of modifiers to explain through, but I'm only going to focus on the ones that are relevant to what we want to use.
Mirror.
So the first modifier that we want to use is the mirror modifier.
And it applies it directly to the mesh that we're editing, and it's immediately already mirroring it.
Yeah, it's already got it there.
Okay.
So now, there's one option there. There's one thing in the mirror that we want to play around with every now and again, and that is called clipping. So right now, leave it off. Press A to select all of your model.
Okay.
And then press G and just move it around. So you can see how that's split. The mirror is just keeping them as completely independent objects. If you undo that, that's the one.
Yeah.
Now tick that clipping box on.
The clipping box.
Clipping, that's the one. And now do the same thing. Just press G and move it around. You want to press A.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay, A, and then G.
Now just move it around. And now you can see that that box is now seamed together. It won't ever cross the boundaries with technically what it's doing. So for the majority of the model, we want clipping on. There are some parts where we want clipping off, such as the teeth, because sometimes they'll want to actually cross over the boundary, especially when you get the front teeth. But that's much later on down the line. Right, so we've got our cube, we've got it mirrored, we've got it clipping. So that's our initial setup of a cube. This is the same for every single character. It doesn't matter what you do. Pretty much every model that you ever do will go through this process.
Okay.
Because like you say, you want to work symmetrically. This is how you work symmetrically in the most reliable way. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go to your front view.
Yes, okay. My front view. Whoop.
So just press M1.
And yes, everybody. Everybody, yes. This room will be available later to watch on YouTube. Though I do recommend sticking around because it's really fun to have this interactive session. Basically.
Yeah, and if people have questions, we will try and answer your questions as well as we're going along. So, do you see that little orange dot in the middle of your scene?
Yes.
That is your model's origin point.
Okay.
What that needs to be for game engines is that is the bottom of the model. That is where your feet will be.
Okay.
So we need to lift this cube up a little bit. So what I want you to do is to press A, then G, and then just simply move the cube up so it's actually a little bit above, because what this cube is going to become is our torso. It's going to become our body part, so our stomach, our chest. It's going to become the main torso part, so we want it to be lifted up a little bit further than that.
Further than this?
That's about right there. Okay, perfect. So that's just placing our chest and torso. When we start the model, what I want you to view with this, Flint, this is the groin of the model. That's the best way to kind of do it. We start with the groin.
It's my groin. I love that part. Okay, anyways. Continue.
So, what I want you to do, I want you to grab the top face. So, we're going to go over a few face select modes now. So, 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard change in edit mode how you can select things. Right now, we are in something called vertex select. So, you can see on each of the corners that there is little dots. These are what's called vertexes.
Yeah, that's this,
and that's usually the primary way that within Blender you will be working. If you press 2, or there's a little icon up where it says edit mode up in the top left. There's actually 3 little buttons there. These do the same as 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, these 3.
That gives you edge selection and face selection. There's no right or wrong way when you should use these. It's just literally sometimes it's easier to work with other ones than the others. But so if you press 3. And then just select that top face just to show how it works.
Sorry, yes, face select. Sorry, I had to adjust the volume of the music for a bit.
No worries. And select that top face.
All right, I got it.
That's the one. And I actually want you to pull it down. I want you to pull it down to about a third of where it currently is.
Okay, so
it doesn't have to be exact. We're just doing this up by eye for now.
By a third?
So, what you're going to want to do, if you're moving a face, and you want to lock it to an axis, there's 2 ways we can go about this. Okay. So if you press G and try and move that about, you can see how it's not moving down straight.
Yeah.
So
It's
what I want you to do...
Easily skewed, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's easily skewed. So in Blender, in 3D, we have three axes we can work with. We've got the X, the Y, and the Z.
Yes.
In Blender, X is your side to side, Y is your front to back, and Z is your top to bottom. So because we're wanting to move this down, we want to move this on the Z axis.
Okay.
So if you press G now...
G.
And G is for move. G is for grab, it's technically called, but that's your movement.
Well, that was interesting. Whoa, what? Why is it doing this?
You've double tapped G there.
Ah, okay.
That
Single
gives
G.
it a different behavior. So just
Single
press
G.
G once.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
And now press Z or Z.
Z, yeah, Z.
And that now locks it to the Z axis.
Okay. And X
There
is
is
like
another way
this.
that we can do
and
that as
Y
well.
does this. Okay.
Yes. So without the keyboard, you can actually do this without touching the keyboard at all. So if you deselect that for a second and reset it.
Okay, yeah.
And now if you press G, move your mouse relatively up and down in the scene and then click the middle mouse button.
Middle mouse button. Ooh.
And what Blender tries to do is it tries to recognize which way are you moving your mouse across which axis. And if you then press the middle mouse button, it will try and figure out which one you're trying to use. It doesn't always get it right. Sometimes you do need to use the keyboard because it's just basically guessing which one you're trying to do. But this is something that can really speed up your workflow. And if you ever watch
you can
me
keep
do
holding
modeling,
it and do it until it gets it right.
yeah, until it's fine. But like I said, the alternative as well is sometimes you will want to move on both axes, but not one. For example, you might want to slide a face around, but not move it up or down. To do that, when you press G, you then will press Shift and then Z, X, or Y, and that will exclude that one. So if I don't want it to move up and down, but I do want to move it side to side and front and back, I can press Shift and Z.
Okay. Coffee Zork, thank you so much for the 100 biddies, you sweetheart. Thank you.
Yo, thank you for the 100 bitties.
Means
Goes
a
long
lot.
way.
Thank you.
So yeah, so I want you to pull that down. And like I said, this is going to be our groin. This is what we're going to think about in this sort of sense of things. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab... Yes, I'm going to grab an image for you because...
You're going to send me a groin?
I'm going to send you a reference. Imagine that.
A reference of a groin?
References. A reference of a human body.
Oh, okay.
I know, not as exciting as you think it would be, but it is always useful
Bummer.
to look at, people. So, I have sent you a link across to your Discord.
Okay. I have it.
And you should have it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to put this into our scene. Because I want you to go off this as like kind of your basis of how to put the model together.
All right.
Because it's going to give us proportions, it's going to make sure that we're doing good. You can use references, chat. So if you just save that image somewhere on your computer, probably in the same file that you've done the Blender scene in.
I'm going to quickly take a look. Because my food is currently late, I'm going to take a look at where it could be.
Okay.
Let's see. They've not gone out yet. That's weird. Apparently, there's no delivery yet, even though we gave them quite a bit of time. They started preparing our food literally an hour ago, an hour and 10 minutes. So weird. Anyways, whatever. Sorry. Let's continue.
Okay, so where were we? We were...
we're going to put in the image.
We're going to put in the image. Yes, that's right. So I want you to press 1 on the numpad just so we got a front view.
We got it.
Then I want you to press I want you to tab actually into object mode. We want to be in object mode for this.
Right.
That's it. And then we need to press Shift and A.
Shift and A?
And then in this menu, you should see image.
Reference.
And then we see reference. That's what we want to do. So you won't see this on screen chat, but this opens up just a file browser. What I want Flint to do is to go and find that image that I've just sent them. And this will just put an image in our screen. There we go. So we've got a human body. So I don't want you to... Well, there we go. Actually, you've moved it around. But you can just move this around the same way that you can any other kind of image. What I would like you to do is just push this back a little bit and try and keep the center point of it, like of the front view, directly on where we're at. And we're just bringing this in just to give us an idea of what muscles and where things should go. While we are going to be making a furry, we want to base it in reality. We want to have an idea of the realistic muscle structure. Even if it's cartoony like my own work, like you want to just keep that believability. So this reference is just here for that. If you just press 1 on the keyboard, Flint, and then you use G, and then you can use X and Y to also lock it into position if you want to. But you want that feet on the basis there.
We did it.
And that's it. One thing I'm going to get you to do is on the side of the little panel, you know where the little the little spanner was before, you should see I believe it's the red one with an image. It's been a while since I've actually... It's one of these things where I do it so much that I don't even think about it myself. Let me bring an image in myself, just you, yeah. Yeah, there's a little picture there's a little picture on the panel on the right. I forget the name. It's called the...
Ben Goblino, that was Buttspot. It took your message and added butt to it. There's no same wavelength.
in the properties. So in the properties here, you should see there's a little image button. It should be the red one, second from the bottom, sorry.
Currently getting notifications on my phone that are really distracting. I'm gonna leave that for now. Sorry. What was the last thing you said? I'm sorry.
So over at the properties panel, which is the panel on the right of your screen below the collection bit, you should see a little red symbol that's got a little almost like a PNG image on it. That's the one. Click on that. And just where it says opacity, my recommendation is to always turn this down. So turn this down to like 0.2 or something like that. We don't want it bright in our scene. We just want to kind of have it there. You've got to press the little tick box next to it for it to work. That's it. Okay. And that means you can also now see through the image as well. So if we're behind it, we can see through it just in case.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what I want you to do with this specific image, I'm going to grab it myself just to make sure that I'm following along properly with you. So there's Discord, there's this bit. Open original. Okay, so you can see the pelvis area to where the little belly button is, right?
Right.
What I want you to do is to put the bottom of this cube to where the oh, hang on, I've lost the... I want you to put that down to where the bottom of the groin is, where the genitals would be, and then the top part of that cube to where the belly button would be. We're not bothered about angles, we're just bothered about the up and downs of it at the moment.
All right, and then I gotta...
And then we got to do the sides as well, so we want to just squeeze that side inward a bit. So...
we gotta go grab the... Okay, hold on. Yes, grab this face, go back to the... Grab the... face again, grab. All right, go into... No. There we go. Go to that perspective. Okay, and you said belly button, right?
Yeah, and we want to also kind of bring the side in as well. So if you actually pull it inwards, in towards the center of the mirror, we should be able to then get it inwards as well.
Sorry, what?
Right, okay. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to trace this image in the background of it. So we're trying to place this cube.
Basically, you're trying to do this.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah. And then you'll want to grab those top two and then pull those in as well.
The top two.
So your top two vertexes, sorry. The top two vertexes up on the... When you're looking at the front of it, they'll be up on the top right.
Yeah.
And you just want to bring those
back
in
to
a bit
this
as well.
screen and then like this.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So what I want you to do, I want you to grab this top face now. We're not too bothered about depth right now. We're just bothered about the front view. When it comes to 3D, this is more of a theoretical thing. Yeah. 3D's hard.
3D
right?
is, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you're thinking about with 3D. So what you want to do is to try and minimize how many angles you're thinking about at once. So what we're doing here is we're basically just doing a 2D outline of it for the torso for now. And then once we've got the front looking okay, we'll then pull the back and the front out just to kind of then actually be how they should be. Okay? Yeah. So what I want you to do now is I want you to extrude a little bit, but only up until about just under the extrude. So that's E. We are pressing E. This is another one of your big tools. So if you're following along and want to learn, Control R is loop cut, E is extrude. These are the two tools you will be using the most.
Okay, so I used E to extract, and I made a second like part, and then I used G again to grab that top face that I was still holding on to move it again. And now I have this kind of X shape, kind of.
Yes, and now I want you to go into front view again. And now I want you to press E a second time, and I want you to take this up to the neck, just to where the neck starts to come up from. That's it there, perfect. Okay, now I want you to go into a side view.
A side view?
Because now we've got that front view there. What I want you to do now is I want you to press Control and R, and I want you to add a line directly in the middle. That's the one there. And I also want you to do the same again. So if select that down, but now on the middle part as well, on the horizontal.
On the so another what was it again?
Control and R.
Control and R.
And add one there. Right. I don't really have any images of this, but what we're looking at from the side view, the main block that we started out with, that's our butt. Then our back goes in a little bit, and then it comes back out for the shoulders. So what we want to do is that middle line that we just added in the horizontal, we want to push that in.
Sorry, what? Oh, basically you want to grab this.
Yes, and you want to push it in. You only want to grab the back for it for now.
Only the back. Okay, so basically...
and we want to push that in. So I'm going to tell you about another tool that we're going to want to use, okay? So if you press G now and push that in and out. That zooms in.
There we go. And then, yeah, this is going to be tricky because it's going to keep zooming in when I do this. But
it's all right. Like I said, we can just do it from the 3D view. So press G and then push it in. Okay, so this is only affecting the edge that he's got selected at the moment, which means that you can work this way, but with organic shapes, it is very, very hard to do. So what I'm going to get you to do is to undo that.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you two different ways of doing this. So the first way, press O on your keyboard.
Okay.
And now press G.
Oh, it's going to organically do that.
Little circle that's come around? That is soft selection, or as Blender likes to call it, proportional editing. So if you move the mouse wheel up and down on your wheel without clicking off it, you'll see that circle will get bigger and smaller depending on which way you go, and it will affect more or less of the model depending on how small it is. So the one thing with organic modeling, we are modeling a character here. We do not want that character to look cubey. So we're going to try and use soft selection or proportional editing, I should probably call it, as our one of our main tools. So I just want you to push it in a little bit. I want you to push the back in a little bit. Let me see if I can find you a side view of a person. Side view anatomy, because it'll probably be much easier. Because I'm like, oh, I know how this works, but realistically, that's not what we're looking for. So copy image.
Basically, it's the S shape, right?
It's an S shape. I'm going to show you because it's mainly the spine that we're like trying to replicate here. So I've got you an image there. You don't have to bring that into the scene if you don't want to, but that's essentially what we're trying to do. So on that butt, that's our bottom part, where we've added that edge, and we've got the 2 face loops going around the middle of it. That's going to be everywhere, just under our arms and just above the pelvis.
Can I have a quick moment?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. Red Dragoon, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Thank you so much. How was your making and crafting? What did you do? What did you make? I want to hear about it. Also, I saw a question earlier from Blue Skywolf. I'm going to get to you real quick in a moment. But yeah, thank you so much. How was your stream? Welcome on in, everybody. I'm Feathered Flint. I'm a bird. I like to play games, RPGs, platformers, pretty much anything that I love sharing with my wonderful community. And right now, you are in it. And we are doing some 3D modeling with Kaide here, who is a professional, and I, who have very, very little experience. So it's like kind of like tutorial hands-on. And what Blue Skywolf just said, asked us, can you say how you activate that again? Sorry.
Oh, there's 2 ways of activating that, and I didn't actually go over the second way. So the first way is by pressing O on the keyboard.
And then I can grab stuff, and within this circle that I can like scroll up and down with, it'll activate the proportional editing, and thus also activate like what vertices within that circle and to what degree things will be moved around as I move things.
Correct.
All proportional.
The second way of doing it, so if you can click off that for a second.
Yes.
Up in the top center of the screen, there is a little blue button that's currently on yours. That is our proportional editing button. So you can also click it on from there.
Yeah.
And there is one other option we need to know about. It's not totally relevant just yet, but on that little menu beside it, so if you can just click on that little menu beside it, there is a option that says connected only. That we will use quite frequently, especially once we start having multiple parts to the model. For example, the mouth and the teeth. Connected only is how we'll be making visemes and stuff. But for now, we can actually leave that off because it's not... We're sketching the shape out. That's what we're essentially wanting to do here. We're not thinking about... At this point, we're not really thinking about the shape of the final model. What we want to do is place down the topology that's there so that we can then sculpt out the specific shapes that we're after. We want it to be technically correct first, and then we want to just sculpt that shape out a little bit. So that's what we're currently trying to do here. So I just want you to, if you want to bring that side view into the scene, you can do, Flint. If you want to just look at it and try and emulate what's there, because this is an art form at the end of the day. This is one thing that you've got to think about 3D. It is an art form. Like, while we are working with specifics and technicalities here, it is still your eye that is going to dictate how it's going to look.
Yeah. I need to quickly do something in Telegram because I gotta make sure that people are coordinated for it in a moment when we do the little Fortnite intermission.
No worries.
Yeah. So let's see. There we go. Did we invite Yori proper?
Yori should be arriving. Yes, I have already messaged them.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we will be playing the Fortnite final.
We will be doing the Fortnite, yeah. So usually there's a finale event, but this time there's very little information on it, so it's a little unsure if we're actually going to be doing a season finale. We're just going to have to wait and see. If there's no season finale, we'll just do...
More art.
Yeah, we'll just do a single match and then go back into 3D modeling. That's how it will go. Also, it seems that food will be arriving very shortly. The driver did go out about 15 minutes ago, so hopefully they'll get here soon. Yeah. Just the season seems to go so quickly after I stop playing. I mean, they all take like 3 months, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so they take quite a bit. I mean, but the thing is just, you know, when you're not playing, you only hear of the seasons coming and going. So that'll happen. But yeah, let's continue. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So, like I say, I've sent you an image of the side view. If you want to try and look at that, and all I want you to do right now is just pull that part of the back in. Just to push it through.
Okay.
Because again, it is an art form, so we will be looking at pushing it back in a bit.
Be like this a bit?
We want to make sure, so this is one thing that I want to get you in the habit of right away. These edges, we want to try and keep them as perpendicular as long as we can, as long as possible. The reason for that is later on down the line when we have deformations, so when the chest rotates and when the arms move around. Angry Beards, thank you ever so much. Sweet bean.
Oh, thank you for the 10 gifts of the Riddlings, Planky SS, Peach Wolf, Frodermus, Pink Egg, Floyd Rosa, Sugzen Goat, Jaboy Luca, It's Just Echo, and Gadian. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Angry Beards.
That's really sweet of you.
Sweetheart.
Gosh heck.
But yeah, so I want you to try and keep things as perpendicular as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the closer that we can keep things, so you have edges going up, edges going across, and edges going down. We want to try and keep them intersecting at very specific angles.
Okay, so we want to make sure that we only move them across the y-axis, basically.
Yes, just for now, at this early stage, we just want to move things on specific angles.
And then this one I'm going to grab and also only move here, and then...
And you want to pull that one back out a little bit.
Have a little bit of a butt. There we go.
That's it. And the same on the front. The groin area actually recedes inwards towards the body. So
naturally, I want my groin to be very large. So I just... No, I'm kidding.
Like I said, that bit actually goes inside, because if you want to add bits onto there, you actually add them on top of it. So we want to pull that in anyways. We basically want to make it like a mannequin.
Okay. So
push it inwards to the back. So the edge you've got selected right now is correct. You want to push that one inwards a little bit. That's it. And the same on the top. You want to go to the top, and you also want to pull that one inwards towards where the neck would be.
Like that?
Kind of, yeah. You want your pectoral though, so that edge there, you want that one to be pulled forward a bit.
On the y-axis though.
Yeah.
There we go.
What I would do overall is I would grab your front four faces and push them back a bit, because right now the model's a little bit chunky on the thickness, sort of. As a rough kind of guide, it's a very rough kind of guide when you're trying to think about characters. They're usually, as wide as they are, they're usually about 2/3 as thick. That's kind of a very rough guide to how you should be doing it. Obviously, different body types have different layouts and stuff like that.
Shall we move this one forward as well?
I will move that one forward a little bit as well, yes.
There you go, we got a bit of a body. Look at that body.
Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go to our front view.
Yeah.
And we're going to press Control and R down the vertical in between the middle face and the one on the edge.
Sorry, what?
We're going to go to our front view, so we're looking at the front.
Yes.
And then we're going to press Control R, and we're going to slice that front view once again. That's it there. Poof. Perfect. Right. Now what I want you to do, we're going to use that double G thing that you actually discovered accidentally before. So if you go to the side, you don't have to go to the side view, just move the camera around a little bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, oh, okay. I'll go and grab it.
I believe his food.
I'll let you know when you can jump in. There you go.
Pet the bird, chat. Go on, pet
the bird. Hey, thank you.
Pet that bird.
Heck.
Pet that bird.
Heck.
They've just had some foods
They were very
They're
good.
about to do a pet the bird because we need to relax their brain because they need the wrinkles to understand what we're going through.
You can also drop a safe on top of me.
That too, but that's also
Percussive maintenance.
pet the bird. But yeah, you good to go?
I'm good to go, yeah.
Okay, so we're back to this part. Okay, so what I want you to do on the two, you can see obviously when we're looking down from the top of it that we've got basically a cube right now still. Like it's still very square. What I want you to do is to grab the two outermost edges, but not the middle one. So going down the vertical. So okay, so we're on the side view. So the 4 vertices on the left of the side of the model, and then the 4 vertices on the right. So
okay, I see what you mean. So like
those 4, yep, that's the ones. And then the 4 on the side as well. We don't want the middle ones selected though.
all right, so that.
So we want to deselect the middle ones.
All right.
Oh, we're really small.
We're really small. Yeah.
Really small.
We're really small. Oh my gosh, we're small.
Tiny thing. But yeah, so once you get that done,
Yeah.
you need to deselect the 4 vertices down the middle of both the front and the back. We only want the ones on the side of the model.
Sorry, what? I got confused because I was clicking stuff away.
Right, okay. Right. Do you need to do anything else? Because I want to
No.
try and like
We should be
focus on
good.
this.
No. I just needed to. It was still from the music, so I clicked away from the music. Now I should be good.
Okay, so we're good. So down the center of the model, where that mirror modifier is, we do not want those ones selected. Those need to be deselected for this part.
Wait, what needs to be deselected?
The ones down the middle.
Well, they're not. They shouldn't be.
Down from the front and the back of the model, you see how you've got the faces selected? We only want the vertexes on the side of the model.
I misinterpreted. So, what you need is, these. These need to be selected then.
Yes, but only the. Let me share my screen.
Like what the?
I mean, in the ones on the extreme edges. So just.
Okay, so I think I got him.
That's it. There we go. Yes, that's what we wanted. So what I want you to do is to double tap G.
Did you?
And now move them about.
All right.
There we go. So you can
that
see.
looks nice.
So what double tap and G does, this is sliding the vertexes. This is what that's technically called. You want to slide the vertexes. So you've slid them in, but now I want you to now press S.
S.
Then Y.
Whoops.
To lock it to
Y.
Y.
So we can
And then to
scale
pull
them.
them in as well. Just to pull it in a bit. That's it. And I'm going to ask you just to pull them over to the side a little bit, because what we're going to want to, what we're looking for, I'm going to show you a very base model of it.
Okay.
What I'm looking for you to do is something like this, and I'm going to send you a screenshot.
I'm looking at Discord.
Well, actually, why don't I just share my screen? That would make more sense, wouldn't
That
it?
works too.
Screen one. You go away. So
My
what I'm
phone
looking for-
buzzing in my pocket is also distracting me. I'm throwing that away right now.
Yeah, I'll turn it on mute or something, and bring it in so it looks a shape kind of similar to this. Because we want a big gap here, because what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 loop cuts down this section here.
Hold on. Okay. Oh. I want to see that. So, right now. Okay, so.
So if you double tap G, you should be able to pull them close, because we want them to be quite close. What we're going to be doing is splitting this model into 3 sections. I'm going to be adding 2 loop cuts here down the center of your model. So this
Okay.
edge that we've currently got, we want quite close to the edge, just to keep it all nice and balanced.
I'm not fully understanding what you're asking of me.
So right now your edges are like here, right? I want you
Yes.
to double tap G, pull over, and pull it to about there, so it's quite close to the side. It depends a lot on where the view of your camera is. So you want to like look above it. to be able to pull it across.
Okay. No. From above. Okay.
Yeah, and like pull it towards the center. That's it.
Pull them towards the center. Double G.
That's it.
Okay.
There
So
we go.
here.
So place it about there. That's it.
Alright.
Now go to your front view and press Control R.
Front view. Control R.
And I want you to put the mouse there and then make add 2.
Two cuts here?
2 cuts there. That's it.
Alright.
And then just let go of them. Now, this is going to feel like cheating. What I want you to do is to press A.
A.
And then there is a tool down on the left-hand side called Smooth. It looks like a purple squashed sphere. That's it. And that gives you a little handle. Now pull that handle.
Oh.
So we don't want to pull it that far, but we just want to smooth out the model a little bit.
Like this?
This is like that. This is our smooth tool. That allows us to, and you can see already how that's a much more natural looking shape already. Now, obviously, we'll want to form this out as we go along. We want to make sure it's
currently
nice.
it's not quite right yet. I feel like this is a little bit too forward.
Yes,
and
it
this,
is. So
yeah.
what are we going to do? We're going to select those middle vertexes, and we're going to press G, and we're going to use our proportional editing, and we're going to kind of push it inwards a bit.
Hey man, what the heck? Why are there two vertices there?
Why are there 2 vertexes there? What's happened there?
Let's see what happens if I pull this.
Oh. Why have you got an extra face in? Oh, wait. I wonder if you pressed F at some point with it being in the middle.
Uh-oh. Oh, they seem to be disconnected. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Go to your mirror modifier and check if clipping was on.
I think it was. I never turned it off. Modifiers.
The blue spanner.
What?
The blue spanner. That's the one.
Yeah, clipping is on.
Clipping was on. Weird. So I want you to
No, it is connected. Oh. Well, I've got a different thing now. How? Oh.
I mean, that's pretty much our emotion.
Did I
right now,
just
to be
join
fair.
to see a cylinder with a bulge?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Yes.
So. I wonder how it's done that. Okay. We're going to fix this. I want you to press Alt and click onto the edge.
Makes
going
your
around
noses
the
punches
center.
on you. Ooh,
I'm
you're
getting
so
a loud
warm.
song in my ears.
Couldn't help but notice your bolts from across the floor. Noses, your Nicky Wicky.
That's very loud. Very loud. Thank you, RFM. Thanks so much for the biddies and also for that. Thank you for the biddies and for the sound effect. Gosh heck. Everybody watch out. Volume warning.
Please adopt me.
Told ya. Hello, Pocket Mouse. How's it going? Ain't seeing coming.
So we're gonna fix this.
This is correct, RFM. Kaide is adorable. That does not need fixing.
Aw.
But I wonder what's happening with those second pairs of...
So we're gonna fix them. So here's one good thing about 3D. It fucks up a lot. That's just what we've done here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix the fuck up. So how I want you to fix this, and if you want to watch my screen, Flint, for a second. I want you to go to the front view.
Looking now. Okay. Yes, the front
I
view.
need to go to the front view and grab all of the faces that are in the mid, all of the vertexes that are in the middle.
All of them that are in the middle. So
Yes, all that. Press X and delete them.
vertices, delete.
Right. Move your camera to the side, and you should see now that they're not joined and there's no weird
This
faces
is
in the middle, right?
correct. Yes. Also, I'm still in the wrong view. How can I, how did you do that again? Like,
How did you do what again?
I'm currently in, this view. I'm not seeing the faces.
I press Z.
Ah, there we go.
And you
We're on
can go from
wireframe.
from
So we're going to go to solid. There we go.
Yeah. So what I want you to do now, this loop around here, if you put your cursor anywhere in the middle of these two faces and press Alt and click, you'll select that entire loop.
Oh, cool.
And now I want you to press E and just pull it towards the middle. And congratulations, we've just fixed a fuck up. That is like, this is probably the biggest thing that you'll learn as a 3D artist. There's a lot that goes wrong very often. So you know what? I'm going to very quickly model myself up to where you are.
Daddy never said if he liked it, so we guess we'll never know. My gosh. Y'all are great. Yeah, again, RFM, thank you so much for your support. It means a lot, and it's very generous. Thank you so much. Oh,
Our family's a sweetheart.
they are. They really are.
Just give me one moment.
Hi, Denton. How you doing? 3D modeling, and we're doing this. This is gonna be up on. This is gonna be up on YouTube as well. I'm probably gonna cut around a little bit so we have like the whole dinner portion and like the upcoming Fortnite thing, that we don't have that in there. So it's a more solid tutorial. But yeah. What I'm thinking is that we grab these. Oh, not these. These. And we. Oh.
Give me a second. I'm almost where you are now. Okay, so this is overall the shape that you've got, Flint, right? Right now, you should see on my screen.
Oh gosh, I have to
That's
flip between
overall.
screens quite a bit. Yeah, basically.
That's overall what we've got, right? So this is the butt. So that's your butt.
That's my butt.
That's this bit. So one thing you can see there, I would preferably tell you to just pull this back section in a little bit more. And again, we're going to use this proportional editing, so push the back in.
Like this?
That's it. There we go.
Also on the y-axis, axis, please. There you go. That way we don't have any weird fumbles.
There we go. One thing to remember about the back, the spine is a little bit weird. It actually, even though you've got your spine, your muscles kind of bulge from it is probably the best way to describe it. So the spine section down this back here needs to be pushed in a little bit.
It seems to already be pushed in a bit here.
So you've
on my
already
end.
done that. Excellent.
It wasn't on purpose, but it's just how we fix things.
Hey, that's how we. If that's how it looks, because we want this kind of view from the top. For now.
Actually, what I just did was not very clever. If I just do that on the Y, like that, right?
Like that. Okay. The other thing about torsos is this middle section here. We're going to pull this inwards so that it's a bit more like that. So the center of it, we want to push inwards on the horizontal.
Now access. Send Flint more monitors. Oh my god, I have a PO box if anybody's interested.
Yo, an entire monitor.
Yo, that'd be kind of crazy. I have been thinking about setting up like a throne thing because I do think some people would like to like give more like they would like to give money on like more physical things for me to receive rather than just monies.
Yeah.
Nanakli says I am aware. Scared.
Also, by the way, chat, Chili, I notice is in the chat. Chili is very clever when it comes to the 3D model and stuff. So if he actually says something, he's usually right. I just want to put that out there because Chili's a great help with 3D stuff.
Alt and Control Shift when selecting. Control Alt. There are a few different type of loop selections. Oh.
Yeah, it depends on what you're all after.
Oh, so you can get selections for okay. Alt Shift is vertical, it seems, and then this seems to be whole.
Alt Shift just holds onto it. The way Alt works, if you want to look at my screen for a second, Flint. So the way that the Alt works is it grabs the loop, and what it looks for is if I grab this edge here, this edge loop flows down and up, so it's gonna grab that up and down.
Okay.
This, if I put it here, it's gonna grab this loop because it's seeing that it's going around it. Shift just simply adds more to the selection.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where Control should add the faces, but I think mine's set up ever so slightly different, so mine's a little bit different to how other people's works, but Control just adds new bits to it.
It does seem limited, though.
Yeah, like I say, it's thing. Yo, Quaggy!
Quaggy, thank you for the follow, you precious peep! Yo, Mumtha, I crave violence.
Quaggy, shush you,
we do have a chat bird. We're actually in the process of thinking of a redesign for Chatbird, by the way.
We are.
It's gonna be fun. Oh, by the way, I should probably say something I thought of. I'm gonna be announcing an announcement right now. We're gonna make a fun little announcement on Saturday. So we've got our big event coming up. We got our big event that is the Sly Cooper subathon. But then the Saturday after, we've got another announcement that is going to be very big, and I think you'll really like it. So, yeah. So your announcement is that there will be an announcement. Yes, exactly. It's the strategy is foolproof. It works.
So what I want you to do now, Flint, if you want to look at the screen, I want you to pull. Thank you, Javier. I want you to pull in this center loop that we've got. Okay. Just a bit.
Hold on, let me. It's very difficult juggling these windows. The center loop. So.
Is there a way for me to? Hang on. Do you want to see if we can use that video ninja thing again and see if we can actually have my a little screen what I've got in the corner so chat can see what I'm doing as well.
I think that would clutter it. I think that would.
Bit, yeah.
I think that would. Yeah, I think it's best.
It's just an idea.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting idea. I think it would be best to have people just learn through what we're showing right now.
Just so you could have an OBS as well down in the bottom.
It is an idea, but I think that would clutter it and make things difficult for.
But yeah, like
stream.
what we're essentially doing here is we're bringing it in because if you literally get your own hands and put them down the side of your body, this is something that I always recommend when you're making a 3D model based on human anatomy. Guess what, people? You're human yourself. You can literally use your own body as reference, and using your hands to try and feel how your body flows is a really good way of understanding how 3D shape should work on your body. And the thing that you'll notice is towards the center of your torso, just underneath your pectoral, it does go in a little bit. Now this is because it's wrapping around your rib cage in reality, but we're just simplifying this for now. So we've pushed that in.
Is this good?
And you can already see how that kind of looks like a torso. That's mostly good. One thing I want you to do is to go to the front view, and just the front of the torso should be fairly flat. Sorry, not the front view, the side view. The side view, sorry. This section should be fairly flat because your body shouldn't go in at this point because we've not got that level of detail for it. There we go. Excellent.
It's a bean. Everybody, you all love beans, right? It's a bean.
It's a bean.
It's a bean. It's
okay,
like a cocoa bean.
So when I say that we're doing 3D modeling, we are trying to 3D model with as little as possible for as long as possible until we need more shape. Now, we've got a torso here. This is pretty much as detailed as the torso can get with these loops.
Hi, Diggy.
So we're going to have to start to add things in. And hello, DigiWolf. Welcome.
I love it, Diggy.
So the first thing we're going to do, and you're probably all going to like this, we're going to add a bit more cake because right now the arse is perfectly flat. So not that much.
Oh.
We're gonna press Control R, which is our loop cut.
Hold on. There.
Speed.
Yeah? Okay, R.
So no, Control R.
Okay.
For our loop cut. And we're going to put that over the center. There we go.
Which one?
The bottom one. That's it. And just let go of it. Most of the time when we're doing loop cuts, you'll want to leave it in the center because we want to kind of balance these shapes out. And essentially, grab one of the butt cheek vertexes, so only one or two of them, and just simply pull it out a bit.
Okay. And with oh.
Usually I go into like a side view and pull it out to the side like this. And I specifically would grab that one there. That's the one. And just pull that out a bit. Construct the butt. That's it. That's it. Now, you want to watch out for pulling it out to the side. Flint! Flint, no! Too much butt!
I think that's okay, looks like
That's fine, that's fine. We can fix this. If that's how thick you want this character to be, we can leave it.
Sure, let's make it thick as fuck.
We can leave it like
no,
that.
I think I'm gonna make it a little bit less. There, I think that's more.
So what I want you to do, you see how you've got some vertex, like some faces on the back of the butt that are like really far apart and then some that are close together?
Yeah.
Not in the middle, but the 3 vertexes that are on the side of the model. So these 3 here.
I'm gonna look at your screen again.
So those 3 vertexes there. We're gonna use
Which
that
ones?
edge slide again. These ones here.
Like, okay, for me, those are these.
Yeah, that's those ones. We want to fix them. So if you hold shift, that's it. And if you press double G and just slide them in a bit. That's it. And then grab the next 3 on the next bit and then just slide them in a bit. We want to kind of keep our polygons fairly balanced. It's not going to be entirely balanced as such.
What was it again?
Double G. Oh, no. Hang on. Undo that. That's it.
Yeah.
And grab those 3 and pull those in a bit as well. Right. Okay. We've got, at least for now, enough vertexes to make the legs. So, limbs. This is where a little bit of maths comes involved. I know you don't like maths. I know people hate maths, but we are working in a 3D environment. To make something look round, most of the time, at least in the modern era, you want at least 8 vertexes around it. So, if you go to the underside of the model, so we're looking underneath at the crotch, you will see that we've got, under there, we've got 6 faces.
Yes.
4 of those faces on the side of the model are going to become the leg. So I want to show you a little trick here. So don't go into face select. Go back to vertex select.
Ooh, okay.
So deselect everything and select that middle vertex.
Oh.
That one there. That one there.
Oh, are we going to do it?
Press Control and plus on the numpad.
Oh.
So what Control plus and what Control minus do
on the numpad specifically.
On the numpad specifically, Blender is very specific about where these keys are. This expands your selection from every vertex around it. So if you want to press Control plus again,
I made leggies.
You made leggies.
Sorry.
So if you want to press Control plus again,
poof.
It'll expand that selection again, and if you want to press Control minus, it'll reduce that selection. Excellent. Now it gets a bit funky with the mirror, but that's not a problem for now. But yeah, so you just select that, Control plus, you've now got the leg. Excellent. So we're going to pull this leg down. So we're going to use. So if you go into a full front view,
it's perfect.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Can you remap that if you don't have a numpad? So Blender does have an emulate numpad feature. I believe it needs your FN key though on a keyboard for it to function, to give you all the full functionality.
I do recommend having a numpad in general.
Otherwise, you can get USB numpads. You don't need the page up, insert, home, all those buttons. You don't need them. It's just the numpad.
It's nice having that because you have like a separate thing to the side that you can use for that.
Yeah, and you can get USB numpads, which are fairly cheap. I used to use one back when I had a MacBook and was modeling on one of those.
Yeah.
A Blender shortcut's classified as an esoteric programming language. Kind of. But yeah, so we're gonna make that leg. So I want you to grab that. We're not gonna bring it all the way down. We're just gonna extrude this down to the knee. We're not gonna take it any further than that.
Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna grab it and
we're
actually
gonna pull
make
it in. Yeah. Now, are we going for digigrade or are we going for plantigrade? Because there's two different methods of approaching this.
I think we're gonna do this digitigrade. Digigrade? Digigrade?
So, what I'm going to get you to do, go into a side view. So,
He's so
put them down
excited.
there. He's excited. His legs
So
are shivering.
excited, he's wiggling his leggies. Okay, sorry, yes.
So, I'm gonna follow along on my end. And so I want you to place them, and then obviously if these are digigrade legs, they'll need to come forwards as well, because digigrade legs are essentially the hind legs of animals, which tend to have quite a lot of musculature towards the front. So that's what we're essentially trying to emulate here. Excellent. Right, before you extrude another level,
Yeah.
slow down, Flint. Go to the side view, and I want you to rotate that a little bit.
Rotate?
Yeah, so if you look at mine, so it's about 45 degrees. The other way.
I know, I'm just looking at Discord. It looks really funny.
That's it.
All right.
And then I want you to extrude again. That's fine, it's fine pulling it down on that. Just pull it down a little bit. And then...
Shalcor, thank you so much for the heckin' 4 months. Holy crap,
Sweet
thank you.
thing. Shalcor, by the way, you're loved. Right,
You're
so
loved.
pull that out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then once you're happy with that, move it up a little bit. So we're going to move it to about there. And then we're going to rotate that again so that that's now 90 degrees that way. So it's basically facing outwards.
Outwards. Okay.
That's it, like that. Okay, so that is the ball of your foot. It's actually the same if you do both planty or digigrade. The only difference is mainly how we do the feet section. So now that we've got that there, what I want us to do is to just go to the side of me. You'll see that it's very blocky. I just want us to round it out, and we're just going to do this by hand by grabbing the vertexes, pressing double G, and just moving them inwards until we get a kind of round shape. It doesn't need to be perfect. Again, we're not really too focused on the shape at this early stage. We just want the technicals laid out.
Okay. So, sorry. What is it that we do?
So if you have a look at my screen now, you'll see that I'm trying to just round out these shapes. I'm trying to make them less
Arkham, thank you for the
square.
420 biddies. Thank you so much.
That's right. Legs was the correct answer.
Legs. Sorry.
So you can see there, like I'm trying to round these shapes out a little bit.
Yes, I did that a little bit.
Yeah, so we just want to make sure that these are round, because we're working on the sketch here, so we want to big shapes, big things, that we want them to be round, and this center part we're obviously going to bring in and tighten up towards the center of the body.
Oh gosh, Angry Bears with the 5 community gift subs starting a hype train. Oh my gosh. It's a horrible
Henry.
10-cough Labrador, Ubu, Steven, and Comrade Coyote. And that also means that we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna pause this music for a bit. And then I'm gonna hop over here and viewer rewards, channel points, open up, and everybody. For the next 5 minutes or so, unless you guys extend the hype train, the throw command is going to be 5 CBs. There you go. And in the meantime, we're going to start ourselves a hype train, and let's do it.
So why shouldn't we just use the smooth tool? So you can use the smooth tool. There's no, you should do this by hand, you should do this by the smooth tool. The reason at this stage I would still do this bit by hand is because the smooth tool is a computer. It doesn't understand nuance. It doesn't understand where, like, your leg isn't obviously perfectly round, so you don't want to make sure that it's going to a perfectly round look. So what we're trying to do is shape it by a hand. Again, it's an art form at the end of the day. It's not a technical thing, it's an art form.
I don't fully understand what you're wanting me to do and how to do it.
So I'm just wanting you to round the shapes out, because you can see there how it's quite blocky on the inside.
Like that. Okay. And on the...
So what I'll do, we're just making each bit a circle, so I'm just going to hide that. We're just making these more circular. Like that edge there.
Like that? You
Yeah,
do a little bit more?
Just like you said, just like that. Just keep pushing it a little bit, and we're just trying to round this shape out. Almost like we're just making the dots into a circle. Again, this is the art form side of it coming through, so this is the bit that is a little bit harder.
Okay.
Now you want to watch out. You pulled that in just a little too much up at the top of the crotch. Can you see how it's like merged now up at the top? We want to avoid that happening. We want to leave a gap there for the crotch. So that one up at the top's probably fine. That one's in a good position.
Oh. That doesn't quite work.
Okay, he's like the Bob Ross of the 3D model. Aw. Guess we don't have to teach Flint fish. No, you don't. There you go. Like I said, it's this bit's just an art form. There's no tools or anything. It's just simply moving them so that they're nice and round.
Nice and round. Big and round. There's
Nice
about
and round.
everybody. Thank you all so much for the support. It means a lot. Thank you all so much for your generous support. And I don't mean just in throwing fishies at my face. That is currently cheaper and thus very fun. What you can also do. No, hold on. Different sentence structure. I also want to thank you guys all so much for the biddies, the subs, every way that you guys have supported me. Thank you all so much. You're all amazing. There's currently 1 minute left on the hype train. If you want to continue the opportunity to throw stuff at me very, very cheaply, you're gonna have to extend the hype train through, of course, subs, gifts, and bits, which will, of course, help me with my rent and my college tuitions and get you some awesome emotes and also some awesome hype train emotes. Anyways, that's about it, I think. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all. Thank you. All right. Yeah.
So we just want to sort out that knee a little bit, because the knee loop needs smoothed as well.
Matthew Bullweb, thanks so much for continuing your gift sub. I appreciate you. Sorry.
Yo. So from that one, I want you to alt click onto the loop of the leg and just pull that smooth tool that we've got. So you want to alt click. You want to grab the whole loop.
That one. Cupid's gifting 5 gift subs to Ishvi, to Archer Aquabolt, Maze the Lion, Jackasplat, and a person named Dre. Thank you.
Hi, Griffin.
You're all so sweet today. Gosh, heck. I mean, you're always heckin' sweet, but right now, I mean, just, yeah. Anyways, the smooth tool you said.
Yeah, so you've already got it selected. It's that yellow, like, little thing that's coming out of the leg.
Yes.
Just grab that and move that around, and you'll see that it'll actually smooth it out a little bit. That's it. Oh, not that far. We just want it gentle. There we go. And just pull it back out a little bit again, because obviously it's lost a bit of its shape and its thickness. So pull it out a little bit.
Like that.
A little bit more. You want the front of the leg, the knee of the leg, to actually come just in front of where the crotch actually is. Because we're going for a digigrade character here.
Hold on. No. This view. Like this?
Yes, like that. Now, obviously, you can see it shrank a little bit as well. So what I want you to do is to press S, which is our scale tool.
Like that?
And to scale it up. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
So like I said, so we're just rounding out that shape. That's all we're doing. We're just making sure.
Oh! And Hindi getting 5 gift subs as well to Helldigger, Evix, the Scrub, Stormbuster, and Quill Out, and Case and King of Soft. Y'all are so nice, right? Gosh heck, thank you, every single one of you.
Yo.
Gosh heck. Bruh.
You're all...
Bruh. Hello, Griffin Phyllis, how you doing?
We love Griffin, Phyllis.
We love Griffin. Griffin is great. That means we are now, I believe, at level 5 of the hype train? Holy crap.
I think so.
Yeah. If you guys bring it to level, if you guys bring it to 100%, you get some awesome hype train emotes, of which there are some cute little birdies.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, look, yeah, there is actually.
They're cute.
There's a hype. Oh, emote.
Yeah, I like them. I actually like them. Like, there were hype trains before that were like really poopy, and I was like, all right, I mean, just, you know, if you want to. It is a hype moment, but now I actually like them. And Tealbit's with another 5. Gosh heck, to Sean Wolford, Karakati, Dan Phoenix, Master, and Crockett Corvidae. Oh my gosh, gosh heck.
Teal, I'm gonna smooch you. You're not gonna escape it, okay?
See, the thing is, I feel kind of bad now because these seem to not be connected to the announced subathon. I'm definitely gonna add these to the counter for the goals, but I'm not sure about the timer yet.
And you hit a level 5 hype train.
We hit level 5.
Yo! Actually, prog.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I don't know if I should like change that. Maybe if I should adjust things for everybody's kindness right now, because I feel like I should make that passed on to like the upcoming event.
It's up to you.
Yeah. I'll think and I'll try my best for everybody. That's what I want.
We've got those legs in position now. I just want you to go back down to the ball of the foot, which is which is the bottom of it, and just pull those in towards the center a little bit.
Which ones need?
So that's this face here. If you look on my screen, this is what I'm gonna call from now on the ball of the foot.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
And just pull it in so it's towards the center. So like your legs are basically going fairly straight down. That's it, there we go.
Oh, I feel like they're... Wait a minute. Are they synced up?
They are, yes, the mirror will be.
Okay, it kind of looked a little goofy.
Right, what I'm going to ask you to do now is... So that's the ball of the foot, and then we've got a loop for the knee. Which means that this part of our... Which means that this part of our leg is our lower leg. Now, what comes out of the lower leg? The foot. So we're going to need to add a loop cut down the middle of that lower leg so that we can then separate the leg and the lower foot into 2 different bits. So Control and R.
There? Whoops.
And that's it there. Yes.
And then we grab...
And then
1.5
what we're going to do...
Perfectly balanced. As all things
is we're going
should
to...
be.
Grab that middle edge loop there.
Hold on real quick. Gadget, are you calling out your own amount of Siebes that you have left? Because that's not really what like Chatbird is used to. Please try to keep the Chatbird in character and make him say funny things, but not just your own messages, because you can just write those yourself, you know? Okay, thank you. I just got to make that sure that people understand that. Because that's how it's intended. Anyways.
Yo, thank you for the 100 bitties.
Thank you, Valeria, you sweetheart. I forgot my bad. Okay, make sure you read the description of the redeems too. There's warnings there. It's not a message highlighter. Okay.
Okay, so grab that middle loop that we just made, and I want you to drag it down so it's about splits the lower leg into 2/3 and 1/3.
Oh, what? Sorry, I gotta grab the loop.
Yeah, so no, that loop there.
Yeah.
Double G, because we're gonna edge slide it, and we want to split it into 2/3 lower leg, 1/3 will become the foot.
Okay, so like here.
Like there, yes, exactly.
All right.
So now here's where some of our smart topology came into it. So you know how before I said we want 8 vertexes around it. Most of the time, Furry characters will have 4 toes.
Real quick. Thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. I gotta now immediately set the rewards back to 150. Thank you all so much for your generosity, everybody. That was an amazing hype train. It's gonna be difficult for me to go back and scroll down since there's been so many throw fish redeems. I can't even see all of them anymore. But I want to say thank you to everybody who's given.
Confused sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. All right. And I think with that, everything should be said correctly. I will turn on the music again. And then we can continue. All right, we should be good.
Okay, so we're splitting that into a third and 2/3. So what we want to do is we want to grab the 4 faces on the bottom of that third that we've just created. So these 4 here, if you're confused.
So these 4.
Yes. Now, if you go to the side view and then press E and bring these all the way down to the bottom of the model, which is on that green line.
Like here?
Like there for now, yes. It's going to be at a weird angle for now. What we're going to then do is, without deselecting them, we're going to press G and we're going to move them outwards to the side so they're coming down at a bit of an angle.
Whoops. Sorry. What did you say? What do I gotta grab?
So those 4 that you've got, the 4 faces on the bottom of the foot that we just extruded from, you want to keep them selected for now.
Yeah.
And we just want to pull them back.
Pull them back.
Yes, we want to pull them
I think you
back
are
on the
hiding
y-axis.
seed from me. Give it. Give the seed. Give to me. Give me all the seed. I need it. I need the seed. No, I do
Don't
not have a
give the
seed
seed.
problem. I just need more seed. Give me the seed. I know you have it. Give it to me. Give.
Don't give the seed.
I'm not gonna give the seed. It's my seed.
It's yours. It's not
mine.
Chapman's. Chapman hasn't earned it yet. Yeah.
Thank you, Valeria. Thank you,
Yo,
Chapford.
thank you for
Hello.
300 biddies.
Rabbit Ears Blog. Thank you for the 300 biddies, you sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like
But
that?
Yeah, like that. So, one thing you'll notice, it's round. Your feet generally want to be flat on the bottom, so what we're gonna do here...
Yeah, also...
I want to move them out to the side a bit as well. Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay. So they're merged at the minute. So what we want to do, where it says clipping over on your mirror modifier, untick that, move them across to the side, and then re-tick clipping again. There we go. You want to turn, if things get stuck together that shouldn't be stuck together, that's how you fix it. You turn clipping off temporarily, you rip them apart, you then turn clipping back on once they're back where they should be.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now I'm going to teach you a little bit of a trick to try and get flat faces. So I want you to press 3.
3.
On your numpad.
3. Yeah.
I want you to then press S, Z, and then 0.
Oh.
And then press enter.
All right.
And now those faces on the bottom of the foot are flat.
Sweet.
So what we want to do, this is a bit more shape work again. So this one again is a bit more
Do we
artistic.
need to grab it and make sure that it goes further down?
Yeah, you want this to kind of hit the floor because this will be the bottom of your foot. This is technically the ball of your foot, not the heel, but the ball of your foot.
Okay.
And you'll notice, like when I'm talking about this isn't just for you, Flint, but this is also for chat. You'll notice when I'm talking about this, every edge, every face that we are placing down, you will notice that I am giving it a name. I'm telling it what it is. This is the ball. This is the heel. This is the knee. The reason I'm doing that is because again, like a sketch, every edge, every vertex that we're placing should have a reason to be there. One of the things that people getting into 3D art struggle with is putting so much more detail in than they have to right away, which then becomes overbearing to work with, and then it becomes a frustrating fight. So we are trying our best to keep this as minimal as possible for as long as possible. So I just wanted to clarify that again. So if you look at the bottom of the foot that we've just flattened out, you'll notice that it's kind of a C shape. It's kind of pointing towards the front. Now the front is fine, but you feel the back of your foot. Your foot doesn't do that. It goes the other way around. So what we want to do is we want to grab that middle vertex on the back of the foot, have our proportional editing on, and just round it out a little bit. we just want to round that bottom part of the foot out a little bit. If you want to see an example, I'll put it on my screen. And again, it will take a little bit of
I have
pulling
done
of...
unspeakable things for Seb, and now my actions are catching up to me. I am a Seb criminal and I need help hiding from the Seb police. They don't understand. Understand the need. The need for Seb.
The need for Seb.
Need for speed. Oh, hello PNG tuber. Your PNG tuber has arrived.
Don't worry about him. He's there for... He likes being here.
Oh, well, PNG. Do you now see how hard it is to set up keyboard redeems when working in Blender?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that? Is that good?
Yeah, like that. Like yeah, for now.
For now.
Like I say, we want to kind of round. We want it to look round. We want this shape to overall look quite a round, circular shape. Yeah, like that. That's it. Right. What we're going to do...
I know that these are a little goofy.
They are. They will be a bit goofy for a while. The next thing that we want to focus on, though, now...
Okay.
...is... Oh, well, actually, yours are quite goofy. You maybe just want to pull them out a bit. Just pull them out a bit, and then that center bit of the heel of the foot, you just want to pull that out. And I've just shown an example there on my screen.
Did I do it? Did I do it right? Or... Okay, I should probably go to the... back screen.
Seb.
Seb. Seb.
There we go. And now we're back. Great. Everything's perfect. There's nothing wrong. All right. I think I did it right.
Yeah. Last thing that we're going to do on this part of the foot exactly is we're going to add a loop cut down the center of the middle of the foot. So if you have a look at my screen once again, we're adding a loop down that center part. And the reason we're adding this is because we want a little bit of circularity to it. So
let's see. No, it wasn't R.
Control and R.
Control R.
That's the one. And just let go of it so that it's in the middle.
Mum the burb IHHH.
Excellent. And now what we can do...
Only Mum the knows what I want.
Thanks, Chatbird. So what we can do is if you actually double click with that edge still selected, press Control plus twice. Press it 3 times, actually, sorry. Press it one more time. Then minus 2 times. And now you'll have all of that bottom of the foot selected. That smooth tool, just give it a little bit of a smoothing. It will unflatten the bottom of the foot, but that's not a problem. Just yet. And we just want to smooth that out. We want to, because this will round it out just that little bit. That's it there. Right.
All right.
Okay, now we want to go and grab the bottom bit of the foot again. SZ0, enter.
Okay, so basically this I have selected one too many. No, I don't want to select that. There we go. I didn't select anything weird, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what view you do this from, it's literally SZ0 enter.
SZ0 enter.
Boom. Sorry, that's reflattened it out. Excellent. So that's the topology for our foot setup. Give it a smoothing. Like I said, we're just going through it little step by step here, Quacky.
Give it a good smoothing.
So we're going to loop cut again. Do you know why I told you that loop cut is going to be one of our main tools?
Yeah.
Because now we've got a foot, but we ain't got any toes.
Oh.
And that's a bit of a... Unless you're a deer or something, where technically it all just comes out of one thing anyways. What we want to do now is we want to, yet again, Control R and split that in. Hey, you figured it out already. what
I'm
we want
happy
to
to
do.
inform I've overcome my SEEB addiction. I've been sober for 5 minutes and my life has been turned around for the better.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I'd like to thank everyone for believing in me. Now,
You did well,
anyone
Chatbird.
got any SEEB?
Chatbird, no!
No! You goober!
But yeah, so we're adding that bit in, and what we're going to do for the front of the foot, we're going to essentially make a almost a semicircle for the 4 toes that we're about to extrude out from here. So I've put the example on my screen of the kind of shape that we want these 5 vertices across the front of the face to look like. We want them to be almost
hoard
a
seed.
C.
Does that make me a dragon? Raw.
No, that makes you a bird.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
It's on the other side of the foot. It's on the other side. It's on the we're doing this on the front.
Oh, okay.
That's it, because we're going to extrude the toes out from here, but we're going to set the position of the toes up first.
No.
Perfect. And I would just bring it down a little bit, because those are going to be rather large, chunky toes, unless that's what you want. So what I would do there is I would just simply grab the whole edge with Alt and click onto it, and then just G and just move it down. Not even double G. Just,
Sorry, what?
So you've got it quite high there. It's quite high up on the legs. So what I want you to do is to just press Alt and click on that loop. So you select the whole loop, then just press G and move it down a bit. There we go. And just try and make sure it's not too off center. So you want to pull it inwards a little bit. That's it there. Excellent. Right.
All right, cool.
Okay, sweet. So what we're going to do now, when you're doing tours, and again, I'm going to address this to everyone, not just you, Flynn. When you're doing tours on the bottom of the foot of a character, do not just have the toes immediately come out from the foot. It does not look natural.
Nope.
Think of your hand. Like, as much as like your hand is different from a paw, the anatomy kind of just basically warps a little bit. In the front of your hand, you've actually got 4 knuckles that go across your fingers. But the first knuckle in that chain is all actually underneath the top bit of your palm. And you can feel that with your fingers. If you actually rub your fingers across the top of your palm, you can feel it raise up a bit. Now, imagine, bend your fingers back and see how your... see where the gaps between your fingers actually sit. They don't immediately bend. They actually need that first knuckle to bend upwards. So what we want to do first is we want to extrude the whole 4 faces out first, just like Flint's done there.
Yeah.
And that represents that first part of the knuckles. If you don't do that, you will be fighting with the look of your feet for a while, and it's hard to understand why it doesn't look right. So you want to watch out for clipping there? Essentially, this is what we are doing. This is exactly what we are wanting to do.
I want this.
There is a way of actually doing it without... let me see. Right, yeah, it's... is it Control E? No, is it Shift E? There is a way of... Alt E, that's the one. So if you grab the front 4 faces that you've just extruded outwards...
I just make this a little...
Tobes.
Yep. Yeah, of course. You can
Maybe...
shape it as much as you want.
Maybe without... Oh, gosh dang it. Oh, I missed a few. Oh, that should be fine, actually.
I love your little tune when you got the hype train going.
Okay, what should we do?
Okay, so you grab them, and Alt E. You want to grab all 4.
E.
You want to grab all 4 of the faces on the front of the foot.
Alt E.
Alt E.
Extrude
and
faces.
extrude individual faces.
Alt E. Individual. They go a little funky, but
They do. This is not natural. You'll even see that doing on my screen.
they're talons. It's perfect.
So we just want to pull those out a bit. So I'm going to ask you just to watch my screen for a second on how to correct it, and then I'll guide you again through it yourself. So let me know when you're on my screen.
I'm looking.
You're looking. So what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to pull this one inwards and this one inwards. And then this one, just leave it for a second. Let me show you it first before you do it.
Okay.
Pull this one inwards and pull this one inwards, and then those out. Just so we're rounding that out. And then I'm going to get you to grab the bottom faces here, and then press SZ0 and flatten that out. Okay? Right. If you want to go and do that.
All right. So what you said was first
the middle two,
bringing
them down.
Grabbing those,
I'm
bringing those
them
inwards. Then this one, whoops. Bring those inwards.
Bring them in and towards the center as well. So now you want to pull them forwards. That's it. So you'll want to press Z or because you've currently got proportional.
I tried doing that while grabbing.
So you want to balance it out, by the way. You want to have it so it's fairly balanced.
I think. I think like this. There we go, and then whoops.
Then you want to grab all the ones on the bottom of the foot again, and then once again S0
whoops.
Z0 enter.
SZ0 enter.
We're doing that a lot just to keep resetting the bottom of our foot.
And then we can grab this one and or should we grab them out?
No, now you're at this stage. What I want you to do, I want you to watch my screen again. I'm going to go through the next couple of steps. So I want you to grab the 4 faces there. Then we're going to press E, which will pull them out. I'm then going to lock them to this Y-axis. You can see there that I've locked them to that Y-axis because I don't want them moving side by side. Then I'm going to go to edge select and grab the top edges of them.
So what was the first thing you did?
So the first thing I did was to grab all the faces on the front, press E, lock it to the Y-axis so it's moving forwards, and just bring them forwards about another half way. So you've got a half and a half, just like you've done there. Excellent.
Perfect. Okay.
Then I want you to grab the top sections, the top edges of the front faces that we've just created, and then press G and bring that down.
I frequently use the control key instead, and it makes things like connect everything in between as well.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, you just want to. I just use Shift for additional selection, and then you just want to bring those down just a bit. That's it.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. And if you want to, you can actually go back a step as well and lift those up. So now we actually have those toes kind of coming up, down and out, like if you want to look at my screen. That depends on how much of an effect you want there, though. So you can raise them up. And again, a lot of this is getting into the art of it. We've got the technicals laid there. You'll notice like how I'm functioning, how we're doing this box modeling is where first just getting the shapes there, then getting the topology there, which is the technical side of it, and then we are putting the shapes in. So we've got that. Now we want to add one more loop cut around the rest of the foot. So I'm going to go onto the side view, and we're going to go around this part. Now, yours is actually fairly narrow, so I don't know whether we actually need to do this on yours because of how you've kind of modeled the foot. Oh, I see. So, if you have a look at my screen, Flint, these edges here on your model need to be raised up. The ones that connect from the side of the toes, they need to be raised up. So if you could go around and select those. That's it.
All right.
That's it. And if you want to use that smooth tool as well, like I say, we've still got the smooth tool. I've not told you to take it off. That like little yellow, that little yellow handle that you've got, you can constantly use that to tweak things.
What? Oh, hold on. It's not. Gotta.
Oh, RFM. Oh, that's very kind of you to say.
Oh, heck.
Thanks again, kid, for being an awesome guy and teaching thousands of people. Look, I want to just teach people. I want people to know how to do this stuff because it's scary at first. Oh, I see what you've got. So you have, Flint, somehow along the way probably extruded twice and not moved it. You have duplicates. We want to get rid of them. So what I want you to do, this is a common problem that people will find. You can see there how it's not selecting things properly because he's got those duplicates. So what I want you to do, I want you to press A and just select everything on the model.
Yes.
Then I want you to press M. M is our merge key. So you press M, and you'll see that you actually get a few different options here. Now, you want to go down to the bottom one that says by distance. And click that. And down there at the bottom, can you see it's giving you a little notification saying removed 8 vertices. Those duplicates that we had have now gone. So now you should be able to do that selection without a problem.
Not quite.
Apparently not. Okay, so
these are still a little bit too.
So some is still a little bit off. So what I want you to do is to alt-click and grab that entire loop. I can see what you've done. It's layered over the top of itself.
Yeah. Okay.
But now we've removed vertexes. So actually, Control Z. I want to actually undo that merge because we're going to have to kind of balance that out a little bit. Because some of them were moved and some of them weren't, which is weird.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to have to move these vertexes a little bit each individually. So just double G. And that one needs to go back. So you want to pull it back along towards the body. Maybe just press. There we go. There we go.
Just
right,
individual?
And then you just want to. Yeah, and then you just want to go around to the next. Actually, alt-click that edge.
Silver Sagrado, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Sorry, what's wrong?
Alt-click that edge.
Alt-click that edge.
So the one, the triangle one there, that's the one. Right, press double G. And pull it.
Oh, and Crunchy Girl, thank you so much for the sub for 15 months.
Thank you.
learning.
And there we go, we've taken that out. So, this edge, right now, we don't want it. So, I'm going to tell you about a really, really nifty tool. Press X. I'm going to teach you the wrong way to do this and then the right way to do this.
All right.
So, delete that edge.
Oh.
Oh shit, we've lost half of the model now. This is something that a lot of people will go through and be like, oh, now I've got to fill in those faces. And you'll go around and you'll individually fill in all those faces yet again. I used to do it a lot. Undo that. So Control Z.
Whoop. All right, and now?
So press X again. And what you'll see this time is that there is a dissolve one. There's a section of 3, which is dissolve vertices, edges, and faces. Now, most of the time, you will only want to dissolve the edge. Dissolving vertexes and dissolving faces tends to cause multi-polys and weird end guns, but dissolving edges gives us a nice clean bit of topology.
Also, I'm gonna move this thing real quick.
Yeah, so you want your vertex and you want to move it. And again, you're learning here, Flint, that like I say, it's not just all technical stuff. A lot of it is visuals. It is an art form at the end of the day.
Right. Just making sure that it looks nice to you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Also, Crunchy, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. You're amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you. Enjoy the emotes. I made them myself, excluding the wiggle, the squishy, and of course your own wave emote that was made by Crunchy. Go check out Crunchy.
The wave.
Yes. Also, I want to point it out to everybody. We now have a new tier 2 emote. It's called Gun. It's really good. I love Gun.
Go check out Crunchy. They also do stream.
Do it. Click on that link. They do stream.
But yeah, like I say, you can see how some of these vertexes are looking a little bit rough. It would just be a case of moving them all around a little bit till they look nice. It's hard to teach that part of it because again, this part of it is still visual. This is the artistic bit.
What's my name? What's my name, fool?
What's that sound? Who that be? Huh?
What's that sound? Who that be? Huh?
Where you come from? Where you come from?
Where I come from? Where I come from?
You think you're big? You think you're big, kid?
I think I'm big. I think I'm big, kid.
Is your desire?
And yeah, we just go around just a little bit here, a little bit there. You're doing really well.
Go back again.
Thank you. I'm having an idea of how I want this foot pub to be.
Yeah, and you can see now that you got the topology to play with, how your brain can now go, oh, I know what shape I want. And that's exactly what we're kind of after. Little by little.
Better make it quick. Hey, hey, look down. Get you out of this. And now push the button.
You gonna pop out for a while? No worries, Javi.
Have a good one, Javi.
It's always lovely seeing you, Javi.
Thank you for hanging and having a good time here with us.
What's going on? What's going on? You're really scared.
Please handle me with care. SOS. Please handle you with care. It's a fun little song. I like it.
Learning how to 3D really makes you appreciate how much time and skill it takes. Yeah, exactly.
It does.
It is a challenge. It's not impossible though. That's the thing. It is absolutely within everybody who's here today could do this. Nobody here is unable to do 3D modeling. You all can manage this. It's just a lot of patience, and you've got to be willing that for a long time things ain't gonna look good, especially if you're not used to doing an art form of another type. I will say, if you've learned 2D art, it is, and when I say if you've learned 2D art, I mean not cartoony stuff, but if you've learned how to set up structure, anatomy, and form and stuff, because those require you to think in 3D already, even in a 2D space, the transition can be easier. But you don't need to know 2D to do 3D. I want to state that out there now. There are many people I know that do 3D art that have absolutely zero drawing skill whatsoever. You can do it, but just be aware that you're going to have to train your brain to see things in 3D, and it does take time. Been doing a model for myself, going to redo parts with what I've learned in here.
There we go. I'm learning. What are you doing?
You're learning, yeah. The only thing I would say is your toes are a little far out, but then again, that could be a stylistic thing if that's what you kind of want.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first few models are going to look like shit. Even when you're skilled and practiced with this, for the first blocking out of any character model you do, it will look like ass. It's something that refines over time. It's not like drawing where you can have a sketch and the sketch can look cool and you can already envision what the end piece is going to be because it's just cleaning it up.
Oh, whoops.
3D modeling, it's going to look a bit naff for a while.
I mean, I think this looks pretty cool.
That looks pretty cool. So what we'd want to do now is we want to add just a little bit of form to the upper leg, the lower leg, and the foot. So what do you think we're going to do that, Flint?
Sorry,
From
what?
we've been doing. We want to add a little bit more form to the upper leg, the lower leg, and the bottom of the foot. How do you think we're going to go about doing that?
I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to add some loops.
We are going to add some loops, exactly.
Yay.
And you can see in that reference that we've got behind us how the legs go from being a bit narrower to thickening up, to narrower, to thickening up, to narrower. So what are these loops going to be doing? They're going to be expanding outwards a little bit to give us that shape. The foot is a little different, where the foot actually goes inwards a little bit, but the upper leg and the lower leg will both expand out a little bit.
The upper end and the lower leg will expand a little?
So if you grab that loop that you've just put in the upper leg,
Yes.
so you've grabbed that loop, just scale it up. That is essentially all you need to do with this one. No, that's on the foot. That's on the foot. The one on the leg, the upper leg.
Yeah. Sorry. Upper leg. This one.
That loop there, yeah.
That makes sense.
Remember, you can just alt-click it as well if you want to make sure that you're grabbing the whole loop.
It's true.
Then just press S. And that's it. This is literally it. Do the same on the lower leg as well.
I would also do the same here.
Yeah, you want to shape that out a bit now that we've got the leg there.
Oh.
You don't want to grab that inner vertex. You want to only really grab the outer vertexes at this point.
That? Maybe?
Yeah, like I say, it's getting there. It will be rough for a while. Like I say, we're just roughly placing things out. But you can see it kind of coming together, can't you? You can... It's starting
Cake.
to... Everybody wants the cake.
Everybody wants a cake.
Everyone wants a cake. Okay, now we're gonna get into scary territory. We're going to do arms.
Scary territory.
And we're going to do hands.
Oh, do we not want to do something with this?
Oh, we want to scale that one in a bit. So press scale and just bring it in a little bit, and then go to a side view and then bring it forward. The front of the foot should be flat. The bottom of the foot should be a little bit rounded. Because take your own look. If you've got your own foot out and stick it out, you can see that the top part of it is flatter, and the bottom part goes in and out around the ball and the heel of the foot.
Wait, what do you want me to do?
I will show you on my screen. Tell me when you're looking at my screen.
I'm looking at your screen.
I want you to scale this in and then pull it up that way. So this front part of the foot is flat, and this back part around the ball and the heel of the foot is back rounded. Again, just like your own foot.
Okay, Ferret Magic, thank you for the raid. Hello.
Yo, welcome on in, Raiders.
Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you here. Welcome on into this little tutorial session of 3D modeling with me and Kaide. How are you doing, everybody? Welcome on in. It's nice to meet you. I hope you all had a wonderful stream. And yeah, please get comfy and cozy. Enjoy it. Okay, so... Oh, whoops. Oh, and another one. A raid from Blue Boxy. Hello, another raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Please get comfy and cozy. Enjoy the stream. I'm Feathered Flint. This is my stream. This is Kaide, a wonderful friend who is helping me learn how to do the 3D modeling. Text words are hard right now, but thank you so much. How was your stream? How was? Well, I don't even know what you were doing. Can we have some shout outs, please? Are there currently mods present?
Shout outs. Shit.
Maybe.
Hello.
Yeah, I got mods here. There's a mod here right next to me. There's an RFM. There's
too busy dancing. Let me shout out Ferret Magic.
We do be learning.
Thank you ever so much for the raids.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Feathered Flint. I like to play all sorts of games, from RPGs to platformers, anything that I love sharing with my wonderful community, and now you are in it, my community. Welcome on in, enjoy, and enjoy this little tutorial / learning 3D modeling session.
Yeah, so we're learning 3D
So
today.
I have barely any experience with 3D modeling, and Kaide here is a professional. So yeah. Black hands, my worst nightmare. Oh, whoops! What did I do? What did I do?
The ferret magic one. Sorry, ferret.
I did the wrong thing.
We grab ferret as well because we do appreciate the reds.
Yeah, both of you. Wait, where are the? Let's see. Arfem, can you also give a shout out?
Yeah, we're trying to give a shout out. It's
What?
Why is it not working?
I'm not-
Ferret magic. There we go. We finally figured out who ferret.
I'm not seeing anything in my chat. Oh, my chat
Raiders,
disconnected.
That'll be one seed to watch.
Oh.
That was weird. It's oh.
Well, just so you know, the raid told you to clean your PC.
I need to click away my chat dock because it's not loading information anymore.
Box.
I'll look at my my Twitch page. There we go. I think it just lost connection for a bit. We're still streaming. We're still live. I hope everything is still good.
We are still live. I can still see you.
Okay, good. It shouldn't do that when you give an extra argument. That's weird. Just woke up. Yeah. Don't yawn, Flint. Bad.
Making me tired now. Hey.
Sorry. But PC Building Simulator and The Long Drive, both very interesting games. Long Drive is a very goofy one. I like that one.
Right, everyone who's just arrived to class, and it's
Yeah.
terrible that you're being late.
Please,
terrible.
everybody, get comfy,
You should have
cozy,
been here
enjoy.
at the start of class. Should have been here at the start of class, but I'm glad that you at least decided to show up. It
my
will
chat-
be put on your school record.
My chat dock is still not loading properly. It's not connecting to chat. Okay. Test. Okay, it should be fine now. Okay.
Yay.
It was being really goofy for a bit now. All right.
Being a funky one.
Yeah. Okay. Scale this inward and then grab it
And then
and
pull it forwards a little bit.
forwards.
Yeah, again, Flint. Have you got your foot in front? Like,
Oh yeah,
can you
because it's the
look at your
foot. Yeah. I see
Yeah,
what
this
you
is
mean.
your foot. So you're literally modeling the foot shape kind of out.
Oh,
you
yeah, I
went a little too
see.
extreme with the scale there, but you just want to kind of go for that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So this is going to be the heel. This is going to be the front. So this should be the little hollow section of the foot. Yeah, I see it. Oh, that makes sense. Things are making sense now. Okay, that's making sense.
Yay! You're getting it.
Furry used fell asleep at 2 a.m. Hell yeah, let's go. We support it. We support getting good sleep. Yo, it's actually looking really, really nice.
Yeah, that's it. We're getting there.
I'm actually really happy with this so far. All right,
Doing
so
well. So we
everybody,
are
it's
pretty
time
much done with the foot.
for hands.
Hand time. So, I'm always like just like a little bit peeking over when you do the zoom in. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just like secretly down here, plotting my takeover of Flint's channel.
What? No, you can't
No?
do that. That's mean.
No, all your success will be mine.
All your clout will be mine to chase.
So, what we're gonna do? You're already finding the right place, but we're not gonna pull out from there. So, nope. Too fast. Behave.
More
Stop.
arm.
Behave, student, otherwise I shall get the cane. Behave. No, detention. Detention.
Okay, now that chat is loading properly, I also see all the box. Thank you. I didn't see that earlier. Thank you,
Really
Yo-Yo
appreciate
Rouge.
the
Thank you,
raid.
Chuck. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate your raids. Please get comfy and cozy and enjoy, everybody.
Appreciate it.
I'm sorry I didn't see it earlier, but it's good to see you.
You're all loved and appreciated.
My knee is here. That's my
Knee's
knee.
here. Yeah. So, like I said before, we want to have 8 vertexes to make something round. You've currently got 6 up there, Flynn. So what are we going to do?
What?
For your arm, you want to have it so that there's 8 vertices that go around the arm to make it look round. Currently, you've got 2 faces selected, which is 6 vertexes. So how are we going to add those extra vertexes? What have we been doing a lot?
I think it might be this.
It might be that.
I did it!
Congratulations!
I
you've
win
passed
3D
the
modeling.
exam. That's it. It's done. Congratulations,
Everybody! I beat 3D modeling.
So we want to grab those 4 faces now.
I don't know why I went this route.
I don't know why
but
you're trying to do it with edge selection.
We're doing it. We got him.
On hard mode. And now we're going to extrude it. Now, the image on the background shows it obviously going down at a pose. We're not going to do that. We're going to make
have
it
ourselves
a
a nice
T-pose.
Yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a nice
So
little
this
T-pose.
one, this time, I want you to kind of visualize where your hands would be. So I want you to extrude it out and take it all the way to where your hand would start.
Okay, so
if need be, we can
basically
have a look at the
we do this giant tits. We love them.
That's
no.
how we get barrow models.
So
yeah, pull that out to where your
this would
wrists
be
You
okay.
want it to go to where your wrist. We're actually ignoring the elbow for now.
Ignoring the elbow, that is a very nice little connection point, though. So elbow.
It is a connection point, and we'll be using an edge loop to bring it in.
This is actually a pretty tall one. So let me say this would be about where it is.
Yeah, the good thing is, obviously, once the model is even shaped, and even once you get like all your proportions there, you can still change it. It's 3D modeling. It's not like 2D where once you've got the proportions wrong, you can't change it. We can. We can cheat.
We can cheat. I love cheating. I mean,
Excuse me?
I think back to the fucking Pro Jared video. Yeah, I cheated, and I'm okay with that. It's
Cheating
the
it out.
funniest thing within the context of everything that's happened.
The shoulder is my problem area. The shoulder is actually quite difficult to get around to. We will be getting to it. One thing that I tend to do, we're not at this stage yet, but for the head, to add extra topology to the head, I actually pull that around the shoulders, and that gives you just enough topology for the shoulder without wrecking it. It's a really nice little technique that I use, and we will be showing it if we get to that stage today. If we don't, we probably will be doing another stream to finish this model off.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
So we've got that there. So what I want you to do now, and this is why we didn't add the elbow in now, I want you to round out the shape, because currently it's a square we've extruded outwards, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to show you what I mean by rounding out. So I'm going to bring you over to my screen for a second.
I'm gonna look at your screen.
So we've currently got this, right?
Yes.
It's currently quite square. What I want you to do is to
Square.
grab these and literally just make them rounder. And the same actually for the underarm section here and the back of the shoulders. We're just rounding it out. We're not actually really putting in any definite shape for the shoulder just yet. We're just making sure that it's all nice and round. Okay? If you want to do that. And so, like I say, what Flint's gonna do here now is just to simply take the square shape and make it round. It's just moving vertexes about.
It's more of a square shape, Clued.
It's why I literally say 3D modeling is nothing more than just moving dots about. It literally is just that.
All right. I did it.
And you want to do the same where it actually connects to the body as well. We just want to add a little bit around, maybe not quite as much, but we do want it to still just not be a box shape, preferably. So if you get stuck on in the area, again, feel free to look at my screen.
I just used a nifty little scaler. Yay, let's go. So what you
Yeah,
want?
baby.
So
So you want to make your shoulder is fairly level. That's the one thing you don't want. You don't want your shoulder to dip down a bit too much, because we'll add that in with other topology later on, because this topology isn't really suitable for that deformation. I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense to you right now, but just trust me, bro.
So basically you want this.
Yes, like that. Perfect.
All right, cool. That makes sense.
Okay, now we want to add the loop cut in for our
When you stretch out
elbow.
your arms yourself, you can actually see that it's pretty level with your shoulders.
Yeah. Now, when you think about your upper and lower arm, kind of a rule of thumb is that, like, your upper arm takes 2/5 and your lower arm takes about 3/5. It's not exact, but you don't want to put the elbow directly in the middle of these two edges where you've made now. You want to bring it into the middle and bring it back a little bit, just so your lower arm is a little bit longer than your upper arm.
Sorry, I got distracted by the lovely French music. It's nice.
ADHD moments.
Yeah. It's how I
Luckily-
function, baby.
Luckily, I understand this is how Flint works.
Yes.
So we still love
It's how I
Flint.
dysfunction.
Right. Okay. So back from executive dysfunction. So add a loop in the middle. If you want to look at my screen for a second.
Give me.
No worries. Just take your time.
Okay, no, I see what. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. We can
So
move on.
add a loop in the middle.
A loop.
Loop.
A loop. A loop. There
we go. And like I was saying before,
Whoops.
your upper arm is about 2/5 of the entire arm length, and your lower arm is about 3/5 of the entire arm length. So you just want to pull that loop in just a little bit. We don't want to go wild with it. We don't want to put it like here, but we want to bring it in so it's just a bit closer to the body than being directly in the middle.
Like that?
Yeah. Now, VRChat. This is a very VRChat specific thing. This is
Ooh.
well, the way the VRChat rig works is it needs to have angles in the bone to understand where the IK goes. Now, if you stretch your arm out straight, you can actually put your arms out completely, like fairly straight. But
Right.
what we want to do is we just want to put an ever so slight bend into it, for it to function better with how VRChat handles the IK.
Oh.
So if you want to look at my screen for a second, I'm going
I
to show you
will.
exactly what I mean by this.
Take
We're
me
gonna
give me
grab-
a moment. Yes, you're looking at it from a top view. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to grab this angle and we're just simply going to pull it back a tiny bit.
Hold on. Sorry, what were you saying?
Right, so we're going to look at this angle, look at this edge while it's straight up there. We're going to grab the whole edge, so that's an Alt click.
Yes.
Then we're going to press G, we're going to press Y, and we're going to pull it back ever so slightly.
Like that?
Like that. And that is why we do this after we've done the whole arm.
I see.
Makes that function a little bit easier.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now, that's essentially our arms. For the thickness
I'm
of the arms, we
noticing
just...
one thing. And
What's
that's that this is very pointy.
Well, we can just simply reduce that down. You can just move these about.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to edge. No, yeah, vertex mode. And then
I'm going to have a drink because my voice is starting to go a little bit. Ah.
all right. This looks good.
Yeah. So, where that wrist is, so the one right on the end,
Yes.
grab that entire set of faces and just scale it down on the Z a little bit, because it should be more of an oval. Look at if you stick your own arm out, you can see that it's a lot wider than it is tall. So we want to do that on the model as well.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Okay. So,
And then
that's-
we press add, and then we add hand, and it's like a giant hand. at the
yeah,
end.
and then you just get a hand.
It
and
works.
stuff.
Yeah, a
So
hand.
this hand, unfortunately, Flynn, I am going to have to ask you to focus because it is quite a difficult. It's quite difficult to explain. So I'm going to show how it works, because there's a very specific way you can go about making hand topology and getting it working nicely. but it is very much what I would like to call a recipe. It's kind of a method that I use to create hands. So we've got our 8 vertexes. What I'm going to get you to do,
Yes.
press Shift and D
Shift
while you've got those selected.
D. Separately or?
No, together. Shift D together.
And then it goes.
And then you've got a separate bit. And I just want you to click on the middle mouse key just to lock it to the X-axis if you can. Or just press X.
Yes.
And just pull it out just a little bit.
Oh, it's no longer. Oh. Okay, just a little bit. There we go.
That's it there. That's it there. Excellent. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to make the overall palm. So, I want you to
I got
extrude.
squashed.
So press E.
Pie.
Look, let's just eat the pie and the stink bombs and all of it.
Cody. Bad.
Bah. But like but yeah, like I said, just like so extrude that out.
Extrude that out. Okay.
Yeah, so press E. And like I said before, E, extrude, Control R, loop cut, O for proportional editing, G, S, and R for grab, scale, and rotate. Those are the main tools that we use throughout all of this. So for the people that have just joined as well earlier on, it is just like I say, there's not many tools. A lot of it is just knowing which ones to use. Right. So we've brought that out, okay? Mm-hmm. So look at the shape of your palm. It's kind of like it's a little bit wonky on the inside. So what I'm going to do, if you want to look at my screen for a second.
Yes.
I'm going to grab the bottom part of it.
The bottom part?
Yeah, I'm going to grab this bottom part.
Specifically the edge?
Yeah, the edge, this edge here.
Okay.
I'm just going to lift it in because look at the inside of your palm. Your inside of your palm goes inwards. It's concave, so we want to get that there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the concave part of it.
Yeah.
Now what we want to do, we're going to add one loop cut for now in the middle.
A loop cut in the middle. All right, we got
That's it.
Yeah.
And we're going to add another loop cut on the part that's closer to the wrist. So we should have one that's in the middle and one that's a 3/4.
Okay, so there. There.
We've added that there. So what we're going to do now, again, chat, feel free to do this as well. Stick your hand out and hold it and have your palm facing upwards. What you should notice is that your thumb kind of has something that I call the chicken wing. It's kind of like, well, yeah, it's basically like the chicken wing if you've ever had one of them, where the part of the musculature of your thumb is quite thick.
Hold on, and this is very important. Cody, I do not want to see you have such a big mouth against my mods, all right? You're gonna listen to them, and you're not gonna be a fucking piss ass about it, okay? You're stepping too far. Let me be very clear. You're making me very angry right now. Sorry to have this little moment.
No, it's fine. If someone's being a
yeah, no. See what you like. Yes. What? Sorry. So I can see the conflict because Arfam is telling Cody, like Cody was saying, like, hey, Yori, I looked at your stream and it was really awesome. That is a little bit promoting. Now, in this case, I'm okay with that. Yori's a friend and is a lovely person, but it's also good advice because typically, if I wasn't friends with Yori and I didn't know them, and to like suddenly have like other content, I would feel weird with it. Now, it's not bad in this case because it's not like full on like full-on like promotion or self-promotion, but it's very reasonable for RFM to give you that advice. So don't get pissy, all right? All right. And and especially not the it's okay, I forgive you. Fuck you. You're in my chat. We're not in your chat. All right? I think I made my point very clear.
I think so. But yes, so hand, palm. You've got that thicker bit on your thumb. Like if you pull your thumb inwards, you can see like it all squishes up on the inside of your palm. So what we're gonna do here now, most of the time when I've talked about this with the arms, the legs, that I've said whenever you want something that's round, you want to grab 8 vertexes, which would normally be 4 faces. This time we're going to grab 6. So I want you to watch my screen closely here for a second, Flynn.
All right, I'm seeing what you're doing right now. Yeah.
So what I want you to do, I want you to grab these 2 inner faces and these 3 faces on the outside. And this needs to be towards the front of the body.
Towards the front of the body. Okay, so it's towards the front.
Thumb, and your thumb should face outwards towards the body.
So which one? These?
So the 2 bottom ones, that's them. And then those 2. And then the 2 on the side as well.
Okay, I think I did that.
And what we're going to do is we're going to hit extrude. We're going to bring it out only a little bit. We're not going to take it out a long way, just a little bit. Not that much, just a very tiny amount.
Okay, like that?
So a little bit less, if I'm being honest. So just press G and just pull it in a little bit.
Oh.
Or just...
Whoops.
That's it. And what we're going to do is we're going to press S, and we're just going to scale it down.
S and scale it down?
Yep.
Like that?
Scale it down a little bit like that. And then if you want to watch my screen, because you're going to want to watch mine, because I can't really describe this step by step. So let me know when you're watching my screen.
Yeah. Also, I want to apologize for getting so angry earlier. That was maybe was a little bit unreasonable, but it did not. I did not like seeing that. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. So what I want you to do now is to scale this up like this, pull it out a little bit, because we're making that chicken wing. That's essentially what we're doing here. We're trying to form that shape.
Okay.
So you can see how it's pulling out a little bit.
Oh, whoops! I got the. There we go, and then scale it down.
Yeah, we want it to come out a little bit, and we don't want it to be squished on the Z, but we do want it to pull in and out a little bit. Again, this is hands. This is very. Yeah. It is a tricky part.
It's tricky, yeah. So this is like the little front bit of the thumb.
Yeah, like if you spread your fingers out, and do you see how you've got that like little bit of skin that kind of comes across?
It comes forward, yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially this is the form that we're trying to build here.
Yeah.
We're not building the actual thumb yet, just the form of it.
Okay.
Okay, so once we've got that, we then want to deselect all of those, and we just want to select
this is a very hands-on
4.
experience.
Chat bird.
Gosh dang it. A very hands-on experience.
We just want to grab these 4 vertexes now, if you're looking on my screen.
Okay, just those 4.
Just those 4. Now we're going to extrude the thumb properly. Now the thumb is made up of 2 knuckles, so we want to extrude this twice. So we extrude the first knuckle and rotate that a little bit, and then we extrude the next knuckle and then rotate that a little bit.
Oh, rotate it to the,
So we want to rotate it around at an angle, because obviously your thumb doesn't come out direct. Like if you can obviously put your thumb into an L shape, but it's very unnatural. So we want to kind of angle it as if it's in its natural position, which is kind of at a 45-degree angle to the side of the palm.
Okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna go wireframe real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Just whatever works for you. And thank you everybody for the hosts there as well. That actually really helps support the channel.
Knuckles and
Look, we just like Knuckles, okay?
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles.
With Knuckles.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles. With Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yes!
Yes!
Like this?
Kind of, yeah. You might be wanting a little bit more thickness to that thumb, but it depends on what kind of hand we're going for.
Yeah, a little bit more thickness I was thinking as well, so...
Yeah, just scale it up a little
Sonic, oops all Knuckles.
bit. Oops.
Oops on Knuckles!
I just imagine like a Sonic branded cereal now with just Knuckles on like being pasted over the top of where Sonic is. Like you can kind of see a little bit of it behind it. It's just like, it's my cereal now. Knuckles. I was gonna say cereal could be called Knuckly Knobs, but I better not. That has a different connotation, I suppose. So maybe best not.
Just casually eyeing Yori and Fiery in the vibe nest. Yeah, we're gonna be pulling them in about probably like about 20 to 25 minutes. We're gonna be pulling them in, and we're gonna be seeing if there is actually a season finale event for Fork Knife. There may not be. We don't know. It's kind of weird this time. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back to solid. If it will let me. Hello? Oh, what? Oh.
Oh, it's because you went to rendered mode, so it takes a second to think.
Oh, did I? I didn't try. I didn't want to.
Yeah,
but
that'll
okay.
happen every now and again.
Okay.
There you go. That's actually all right for where we're at. So I want you to look at my screen again. I'm going to kind of direct what I would do.
At your screen, and I'm looking at.
So
yeah.
One of the edges that's a bit funky with yours is this edge here. So you'd want to pull that up so it's nice and balanced with the top of the. You want it to be balanced with the top of the palm. So we just want to pull that one up a bit. That's it.
There we go. That makes sense. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I will say that this little edgy is a little bit interesting.
So it's a bit. We want to relax that down just a little bit. So.
That was fun.
That was E. We don't want E. We just want to grab a vertex and just pull it back a little bit. Just G. That's it.
There we go. That's a little nicer.
That's a bit nicer, indeed it is. And now we just want to, obviously this is quite square. Guess what I'm going to tell you to do? To round it out.
Oh, around.
So if you want to watch my screen for a second, just to kind of see how I would go about it. So I would bring this bit in. This middle section here, I would pull out a little bit. Again, I want you to watch, not to do for a bit.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm a very big doer.
I know, I just want you to watch this bit a second, just to kind of get a grasp for the direction that I want you to go in overall. Because I can't tell you how to move each individual bit. I can only show you really what the final shape should look like.
I can see what you're doing, and that makes sense. All everything's considered.
Yeah, so you just need to do that.
Yeah, okay, cool. I can do that.
So just round it out. We're not bothered about the tip of the finger just yet, just the overall shape of it. I'm going to be heading out. I'll check the VOD later to catch up with what parts I missed. Have a great rest of the stream, and thanks for doing something educational. Hey, it was you lot that made this happen.
You guys made this happen. You guys hit the sub goal. Thank you all so much again. But yeah, didn't have a good one. And also, Seal Hurricane, thank you for the follow. You know, a precious peep. Yeah. But yeah, in a moment we will indeed do some Fortnite, and it'll be very nice. It'll be a little intermission before we continue with more 3D modeling.
Yeah, we will be back for the 3D modeling, but
you don't sound Dutch, really not like me. Well, I can assure you, ik ben heel erg Nederlands. Born and raised, boy.
But yeah, you can see, hopefully with this chat as well, you can see how the mental process for 3D modeling works, in the sense that you get the topology first, then you shape it. Don't try and do two things at once. Our brains are not very smart. You've got to kind of go step by step.
Do a sketch and then the line art.
Exactly. Like,
get the shapes right. Get the base shapes right, then get more detailed shapes right, and then
other
start
thing-
working on the details.
The other thing I want to say as well is while I'm trying to teach Flint here the proper topology methods and all this sort of stuff, there is no correct way of doing it. There is benefits and disadvantages to doing things different ways. This way that I've learned is actually very specific for VRChat. There are obviously other methods of topology that you can use that are better for different things. For example, animation rigs are very different to how game rigs work. So there is little subtleties in different processes, but when you're starting out, when you're just doing models for fun for the first few times, don't worry all too much about it. Just make sure that you've got enough topology for things to bend, and eventually over time you'll figure out what bends well, what doesn't, and how to kind of go around it. Question, do you find it easier to start with the body instead of the head? Yes. If you start with the head is kind of a definitive place of focus for us as people. We like looking at heads. Like, it's something that our brains are naturally focused on.
I find this interesting, real quick. Ruben says, most Dutch people sound kind of monotone when talking English. That's interesting. So they kind of focus on how and what to say, so they stick to one tone, basically, is what you're saying? Which I think is fascinating, especially as a voice actor myself, as I've trained myself to have more intonation. I find that wild.
Oh, it was funny though. We were looking at your old streams a couple of weeks ago, and you were quite monotone back then.
I was indeed a little bit less. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's also that I focus more on it. I feel like I have more intonation than most people just because I've trained that. So like that's more of a general thing as well, I feel.
Yeah.
Yes. Generally, indeed, as RFM says, we do prefer that people generally speak English here, even if you know that I speak Dutch. My moderators indeed cannot. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And otherwise, I'll cover it. Hi, Lim. I hope you're well.
But yeah, so you've shared that thumb out now. Excellent.
Looks pretty good.
We're gonna go for the finger part now.
Oh wait,
So-
is this supposed to be like this?
So we want to relax it all down a little bit. That bit does look a little bit weird. Normally it looks like this, if you want to look at my screen. Because we haven't added some edge loops in yet, which we are about to add. Because we're not done just yet with the thumb. We've just placed the base of it down.
Yeah, there seems to be something odd. There's no merged things, so I guess that's interesting. That is.
Hang on. Oh, I see what's happened. So, you see this vertex here on my screen?
Wait a minute. There's no vertex. There's no vertex here.
There's an extra face there. So you want to grab that edge. You want to grab these 3 vertexes on my screen, and that you've actually got a face there. So you want to delete that face.
Oh, so do you want me to
Delete that. Yeah. That's
so
an extra
delete
face.
X, dissolve
X.
it?
No, delete face.
Delete face. Okay, cool.
There you go. So that's probably happened. G and F are very close to each other. It's very easy to press F and add in extra faces. This is one of the more common reasons you'll get normal issues in certain places. Because, funnily enough, if you actually grab an entire loop and press F, it'll make a face internally, which is not fun.
No.
But yeah, so
No.
next up, we want to add some fingers.
This is again the tune from the Land of the Living Dead. I really want to play and finish Rayman 3 sometime soon. I love that game.
So, kid, I'm trying to sharpen my ear for English accents. Would you be willing to entertain my attempts to guess? I mean, I can try, but I am terrible with other English accents. Accents, while I have one, are not something I understand that well. So, what I want you to do, Flint.
Yes.
I want you to grab the 4 faces on the wrist. And no, I'm not from Yorkshire.
Aw, I know who is from Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
I know people who are from Yorkshire. I've hung
You'd
with
know
people
if it
from
was
Yorkshire.
from Yorkshire, because people from Yorkshire can't shut up about Yorkshire. Like Manchester, close, but no, not Man.
No,
I'm
no,
not a
no,
Manc.
no.
So what I want you to do, Flint, grab the
Yeah.
4 faces closest to the wrist.
The 4 faces closest to the wrist. These?
So on the other side of the model. Yes, those on the other, those on that side.
Yes. Okay.
And extrude them out.
Back into
Just
the
not back into it entirely. We're just pulling it back just a little bit.
like that.
Yeah, like that. I'm going to introduce you now to another tool that we are going to use.
Another
Now,
tool.
this-
I get another toy to play with.
You get another toy to play with.
Yay!
Now, this is a tool that you're going to use, and what we're going to do here is called termination. And not from Sheffield either.
Everybody's guessing.
Go on, I want to see if anyone can guess it. I'm not from Liverpool, you are correct.
Are you from England?
I'm from England. I am in England, so they're in the right
Yeah,
kind
I
of
got
place.
it.
You did it. So,
I win.
what I want you to do, Flint, we need to be in vertex select for this one.
Vertex select.
So, one thing I want us to do before we go over anything, I'm going to go over the kind of theory of this. So, if you want to look at my screen.
I will look at your screen.
So we've got these 2 faces here. Now that's great if we only wanted 2 fingers, isn't it? But preferably we don't just want 2 fingers, we want 4.
Okay.
So we want to
Are we
add
going to introduce edges?
We are, but here's the problem. We want this end of the hand to only have 8 vertexes to connect back up to the arm, and we don't want to add loads of edge loops around the side of the body that are only ever going to be localized in the hand.
Right.
So we're going to use a technique called termination. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to vertex select, and you'll need to watch my screen for this part.
Yes.
So we're going to go to vertex select, and with that edge that's just been created from that extrusion, we're going to press V. That breaks the vertex, that rips it. It's technically called rip. And not from Wigan either.
Baby, let it rip.
It could only be Leeds. It's not Leeds either. Not from Leeds either. Then we're gonna.
Are you gonna be now for the next part of the stream, watching RFM go through the map of the UK to mention every single place?
But you are from the general area. I'm from the north of England, yes, but not from Leeds. I'm more northern, I'll put it that way. So then we're going to go on to the other side of the hand. And on this vertex that's in between where the thumb is...
Here. No, this one, you say.
That one, yes. And we're going to press V again.
Whoops.
Now we've got to be careful with this one. We want to pull the V. We want to pull it backwards. You're going to want to watch my screen again. This is one where you're going to have to pay attention to what I'm going through. You're going to want to make sure that your mouse is on this side of the model, and then pull back to pull that rip back this way.
Oh, okay. So it's got to be on that. Oh, it depends on like what side the mouse is.
Yeah, it depends on where your mouse is.
Okay,
Excellent.
cool.
So what we're now going to do is we're going to press Control and R, and notice now how my loop does not go all the way around. It actually stops at where we've just ripped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to click 1 down on that side, and we're going to then press Control R on the other side and do it again. So just click that one down, go on the other side, Control R again. And we're just going to click that down. Now, this is the math part of it. We just did a termination there. If you want to look at my screen again for a second, because again, we're going to go. I'm going to keep going back and forth with it.
Yes.
We now have 2 quads that have just been created that now can now spin around, and they do the same on the top. The one thing that you'll want to do is relax the edges that we've just created to make sure that there's enough room for that termination to take place.
Oh.
And there we go. So that edge that you've got selected there, that edge that you've got selected there, and the other vertex on the other side,
Whoops.
Oh, no, you
that was
don't
an
want to press E.
extrude.
And you want to do the same on the other one. And now here's a trick I'm going to teach you, Flint. You're going to be super powered after this.
Trickery.
So,
Yes.
to fill in faces, most people will grab all 4 vertexes there, then press F.
Right.
And that fills in that face, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. If there is only, if you select 2 vertexes and there is only room for another 2 vertexes for it to connect to, if you press F, it will automatically create that face.
I did it.
And it will,
I have superpowers now.
and it will spin round.
It'll
That is
spin you right
something that is
round,
really
baby,
useful.
right
Now the thumb
round.
we're gonna have to shape a little bit. We're gonna have to get it there, but essentially we're doing the same thing on the bottom of the thumb. We might triangulate this when it comes to the subdivide. It's one of because you can use triangles, chat. Please don't listen to anybody who says you can't use triangles to make your models. You can absolutely.
Yeah, you can.
Just be careful with how you use them. You
Triangles
don't
are a
want-
lot more difficult to work with, I would say.
Yeah, it just becomes a bit more of an issue later on. But yeah, now if we look at the front of our hand, you'll notice that we've got four edges essentially, because we've got an index finger, a middle finger, a ring finger, and a pinky finger. So if you want to look at my screen just for a second again now, Flint.
Yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to take this shape that we've got at the front
Yeah.
and we want to balance it out. We actually want to make this more relatively square if we can.
Okay, so
Because we don't want these fingers to kind of fingers around. We don't want them to be at angles. So we're actually going to square these off.
So we're gonna square. Okay, so the entire thing.
Yeah, just a little bit, but we still want to keep this like little overall loop, because if you can stretch your hand out, you'll see that your fingers don't all come out at the exact same point. It kind of
Right.
comes out at a very slight C angle. While you're doing that, I didn't bother, but you just get nerdy focused on linguistics. I think
all
Kaide
good.
is. So I am from a city. I am from one of the more northern cities
Of England.
of England. Is it the most northern city? Fun fact, it's the biggest city by land mass, which is funny because it's tiny population, but the amount of land that is technically owned by our city makes it the biggest in the UK. Newcastle then? It's not Newcastle, it's on the other side. Hey, Yo-Yo Rog gets it. It's Carlisle.
Carlisle. There you go.
That's where I'm from. Although I don't really speak with that strong of an accent. Unless you want to talk about our on the way on with me Marrakesh. But, you know.
Oh.
It becomes not English at that point.
Right?
I mean, to be fair, we even have our own little way of counting things down. Yan, tan, tethera, tevra, feathera.
Feather.
Yeah.
Feather.
I always forget the full thing. Let me have a look. Yeah, so we've got. So to speak to 1, 2, 3, it is Yan, Tan, Tethera, Methra, Pip, Azure, Cesra, Acra, Canta, Dick, Yanadik, Tanadik, Tetheradik, Metheradik, Bumfit, Yanabum.
Oh, the deck is
Tanabum.
like Deca. It's 10. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, like
Tether dick. Yeah, interesting.
it's interesting.
Tether dick. Right, everybody? Yeah?
Tether the dick.
Tether the dick.
Yes.
Yeah. Dick, funny word. Okay. I'm gonna. So then move that downwards, you say? Whoops.
So yeah, so we'll just want this to be fairly balanced for when we put the fingers in. We will We will shapen it up again, but right now we just want to kind of like have it all nice and balanced. And you're doing a very good job there, to be honest.
Thank you. Oh.
To be honest, that's actually pretty good what you got there now.
There. Is this good?
Yeah. So stick your hand out in front of your face and put it about there and see where your fingers are on your palm. You'll notice they come towards the top of the hand, not the bottom of the hand.
Yes.
So what we want to make sure is while this bit is smaller, we want to have it raised up just ever so slightly. We want it to be level with the top of your palm, but not with the bottom. So if you grab all those 8 faces there, that's it, and lift it up. That should do it.
And these?
And then the ones on the bottom, you'll want to pull them up a little bit.
Okay.
And a lot of this, like I say, is just preparing for the fingers, because again, hards are difficult. Don't like, maybe not that much. That's maybe a bit too extreme. We maybe want to just relax that down just a little bit, about half of what you had.
This.
About there, yeah. Okay, so we can't use extrude individual origins this time because we've got 2 faces per finger. So what we just got to do, we got to grab two fingers, two faces. Sorry. So pull out your index finger, pull out your middle finger, your ring finger, and then finally your pinky finger.
Okay.
Now, rule of thumb for how much you should pull these out.
Thumb.
Your hand and your palm's length and your finger's length should be about the same. They're not exactly the same, but as a rough guide, they are a 1-to-1. So as long as your hand is, your finger should also be that long. It's basically a 50-50 split.
That makes sense. Whoops. Oh. Oh. Why does it go like that?
It's because it's extruding on the angle, but that's fine. That's fine. It's to be expected. Because just like we did with the feet, we'll pull it out and then we'll put it back into position after. So you can see your fingers are a little short and actually your palm comes out quite far. So what we want to do is lengthen those fingers a bit and then pull that palm in just to balance it out a little bit. And again, use your own hand as kind of reference when you're doing this.
Yeah.
It's very useful, just like I said, just to keep observing your own body.
Also, the music stopped playing. Which to that I say.
It keeps doing that, doesn't it?
Oh, it's YouTube. It stops after a while and it asks you like,
Are you still watching?
No, I'm not.
No.
Very nice. Oh, it's 5 to 10.
Oh, okay. Are we needing to?
I think it's time for us to
A little bit of a break.
have a little bit of a break. Yeah,
And play some fork knife.
a little bit of fork knife. We're gonna see if there's a season finale. We don't even know yet. That's the thing.
No.
Yeah. So it could just be. It could just turn into just a random regular match of Fortnite. But yeah, I'm going to change the category and the title of the stream for just a moment.
Do you want me to bring our friends in?
Yes, please.
So let's get back to 3D modeling. So your hand. So let's have a look at your hand again, just to remind ourselves of where we're at with it. I want to get a good view of it again.
Look at that.
So you're going to need to share your screen on Discord again.
Oh yeah. Ba-do-ba-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Ba-do-ba-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Ba-da-ba-da. Right. So let's have a little look. Yeah, your hand's actually probably looking a little better than mine actually is at this stage, so you're doing well.
Sweet.
So one thing I would like you to do between where your thumb is and the fingers are, I want you to add an edge loop across that horizontal section. Just so we're cutting the hand. Yep. No. Look at my screen.
I'm gonna look at your screen. Oh.
I want you to add an edge loop there.
Okay.
I then want you to grab this specific loop of loop around where your fingers are. So I want you to grab that section there.
Okay. This is confusing, like trying to get it to like actually zoom in and be around the hand.
It's something that, yeah. So actually, if you need to reset your view, full stop or period, depending on which language you're using, on your keyboard on the numpad should reset the view.
Oh.
To whatever's selected.
Okay.
So if you press that and like now when you rotate, it should rotate around that point of view.
But which one was it? Period or comma?
Period on the numpad.
Oh. This one?
That's it. So now when you rotate, it should rotate around that selection.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. But yeah, so
The little purr Featherflint has to his voice sometimes? The little purr? I mean like when I like have speaking of like lower registry? Ah, okay. We're using Blender, Foxen. We're using Blender.
yes, this is Blender. So what I want you to do now is, again, look at your hand. You'll notice where your fingers come out is a little bit, not massively wider, but it is a little bit wider than the rest of the hand. So we just want to kind of scale that outwards a little bit. So it looks like how it is on my screen now.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, you'll need face select for that. So that's your ring finger. So that's a little bigger. That one wants to be a little bit bigger than your little finger because it's about half a knuckle usually, longer.
Oh, so this is the pinky.
Yeah, that's your pinky. Then your ring finger's normally about half a knuckle longer, or even, I mean, in my case, it's actually a whole knuckle longer, but that one's like about a third knuckle longer than your other finger, and then your index finger's about the same as the ring.
Oh. There. And then there we go. That's pretty nice.
Did you make this all from cube extrusions? Yes, Flint has made this entire model from the cube, loop cuts, extrusions, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just been typical box modeling, and Flint has done all of this. I haven't touched any of this model. This has been Flint's entire work.
Yeah, I've
just guided him along, that's all.
Yeah, so this is, I have very, very little experience with this. The idea was that Kaide teaches me, I start from scratch, and everybody gets to learn, including myself. It's awesome.
Yeah. And you're probably getting the hang of like, oh, I need to add loop cuts. Oh, I need to extrude here. Like, you might be learning where the differences come in. And hi, Ryu, Sudden Pause.
Hi, Ryu. Oh, Sudden Pause is Ryu?
Yeah, that's Sudden Pause is Ryu.
I see. Cool.
But yeah, like, right. Okay, so you got those fingers in place.
Thank you, Alexis.
Next up.
Oh, and we're still on Fortnite.
We're still on Fortnite. Oh,
it still says Fortnite.
Can I actually change your subject? Because I should be able to do that now that I'm your editor.
Oh.
Let me try that in the background.
Okay, sure. I mean, this is my. I mean, the thing is, I will set the title then. No, I'll do that with KaideArt. Can we have a shout out for KaideArt, by the way? Because they're an awesome modeler and a wonderful friend, and they
I can change that. I can do all of this for you on the back end.
all of it. All of it.
Yes, done.
You're amazing.
Haha. We're now on art.
Wow. Damn. Damn.
I have so much power.
You have so much power. It's ridiculous. You need to be stopped.
Never.
No. I'm scared.
But yeah. So fingers.
Yes.
So how many knuckles do your fingers have, Flint?
How many? 2.
Excellent. 2.
Thumb has 1. I mean, okay, the starting. Okay, if you look at at the start, no, 2 for the thumb, 3 for the fingies.
Excellent. So, how many loop cuts are we going to need in each finger?
I would say. Would you do 3 full ones?
2.
2, yeah. Because we already have the bases.
If you cut one thing once, you get 2 things because you've cut it in half. So, we want to control R on our fingers, and we want to put the scroll wheel up 1, just so we get 2 cuts. And there you go. There's your 3 knuckles.
Whoops.
And you do that on each one of them.
Oh, yeah. I was being silly. My brain heard knuckles and thought joints.
Oh, yeah, no. We want to be thinking of our favorite echidna. Thank you for the shout out, Hinda.
Hell yeah, there we go. To KaideArt. Go check them out. They're really cool and they're really good, as you can see and can hear.
Yeah. So you've got that now. You've got that all laid out. Again, we've not got the shape yet, but we have got the fingers. Now, the fingers, we still want 8 vertexes around it. And yet again, we only have 6 because we only have 2 faces on the front. We want it to be like the thumb where it's got 4. So what are we going to do again? We're going to do more terminations. So you're going to want to watch my screen again for a second here, Flint. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this section here and we're going to rip that.
Oh, I wasn't looking. I'm sorry.
Tell us when you're looking.
I'm looking.
Right, we're going to grab this vertex here and we're going to rip it.
V, was
it?
The
bottom. It was V, that's correct. We're going to grab the one on the bottom and we're going to do the same.
All right, I'm doing it.
Then we're going to press Control R along each of those 2 inner fingers.
Ooh, what?
Control R for loop cut.
All right.
And we're going to put them down the horizontal of them. That's it. And we're going to do that for both of them.
All right.
You're then going to grab 2 of those vertexes and press F twice. FF, and the same on the other side.
Did it? Done.
And that's that one done. Now, you might want to grab the 2, if you want to look at my screen again. Yes. It's hard to describe this specific bit. If you want to grab those 2 vertexes there, and then those 2 vertexes there, and then pull them back just to relax them out a little bit.
Sorry, what? Oh,
you want to pull these back. You want to pull these back a bit to relax them.
There, okay. Yeah, like that?
Yeah, like that. Now we want to do another termination. Mm-hmm. So this time we want to grab these 3 vertexes behind it. And then these 3 vertexes here. And rip those.
Oh boy. Like a triple rip?
Yeah, so you want to grab not the one directly behind it, but that one there. Yes, correct. And then you want to do the same on the other side of the hand.
Okay, so
the 3 that are on the thumb, that's the ones. Rip that one there. And the same thing again. You want
we lost the Kaide.
I think the Discord disconnected for a second.
Yeah, Discord did indeed disconnect for a bit.
Okay.
And now you're gonna what?
And now you're going to want to
And I'm
add
gonna
some
do-
loop cuts around the other fingers, the outer fingers.
Sorry, what?
You're going to want to add some loop cuts around the outer fingers, the two that are. So one there, so Control
okay.
R. That's it. And then Control R on the other side. Grab 2 vertexes and press F 4 times this time.
Oh, Big Humblebee, thank you much for the resub for 6 months. That's almost a year.
Yo!
Humblebee, thank you. You've been taking,
6.
sweetheart. 6.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same on the other side.
Nice. And that, and we ba 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 ba.
Okay, sweet.
You
And
wanna
that's
relax
the
those again?
hand. Yeah, you want to relax them out. The reason you want to relax them out, by the way, is because a quad is not really a quad. It's actually 2 triangles pretending to be a quad. And if you have a specific shape, and I'm gonna just make this shape for you, so that you can see it, and hopefully other people will see it as well. But if you have a shape like this,
Yeah, it
I'm
makes
gonna-
sense that a polygon, a quad is 2 tries in disguise because everything is done with triangles.
everything is really done with triangles. But if you
Yeah.
have a polygon that looks like this, while
More empty, thank you for the follow. Sorry.
while it can solve it, or it's actually more like this way, while it can actually solve that shape, it doesn't like to. It
Wait a minute.
makes normals look funky. So
Something went wrong.
something went wrong.
An object is not being thrown at my face. Reconnect.
Oh no. Try and sort that out.
Reconnect. Reconnect. It's not connecting. Oh.
Hand. Yes.
A Meeps
hand.
is not connecting. Oh, and now it's freezing. Oh boy.
It's getting towards the end of the stream, and the stream's like, haha, time for technical issues.
It just
Beep,
doesn't.
beep.
It just don't want a good stream. This is a nice, pretty tune. Oh, it's connected now. Cool. All right, now the throw fish will actually work. Sorry,
Right,
Mario
excellent.
Wolf. I'll give you a free throw.
Free throw. Wow.
Ow, that was a lot. What happened there? I think just everything caught up in one moment, and thus all sound effects just played in my ears. It should never have been that loud. Or it's connected. It's connected multiple times. Meeps got connected multiple times. I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna restart it.
Restart it.
Yeah. That's terrifying. Sorry, everybody. We're gonna fix this real quick. It just connected several times, and thus it's gonna throw multiple objects for once at the same time, which means
Dun, dun, dun.
ow for the ears. I'm very sorry, everybody. Oh, and now it's not connecting. Now it's freezing. Oh, I love this program.
No, I missed the funny.
You missed the funny. I'm sorry, Mira.
Remember what we learned from the Stanley Parable, though, that you've got to announce your name up front and your age with your hands held at a high 45-degree angle.
Flint 26. You should not mention your name in chat, by the way. Just saying, don't do it. Is that Ori music? Yes, it is. Ah, maximize UI. It's connected. Cool. Open last model. Nice. All right. Hair clip. There we go. By the way, I'm going to be wearing my friend-picked outfit and drinking my friend-picked smoothie on the subathon event on Tuesday.
Oh,
I still got to send out invites for people to hang out during that. So yeah. Poof.
oh, poof.
Yeah. Good taste. Thank you. I love Ori. Ori is very good.
Ori's a great game, isn't it?
It's fantastic. It's absolutely freaking amazing.
Right, so this next bit is going to feel like you cheated.
Oh, cool.
What I want you to do is to select all of this, and this is one tool that you've not used yet. There is a selection tool that is only select local, so instead of using any of that tool, simply just put your mouse over the over the hand, which is a separate object, and press L.
I got it.
Because I want to show chat this. Like, by pressing L and Shift L, you can grab the entirety of a connected selection, which is why we tore that hand off in the first place, to keep it as a separate thing to work on, to make it easier to play around with. Now, Flint, you see that smooth tool that we've still got available?
Yes.
Smooth it out.
Hand.
Maybe not so much, but there you go.
Smooth.
Now, it still needs a little bit of shaping. Yours is a little bit rough in certain areas.
A little smooth.
I wouldn't push it too far. If you want to look at my screen, this is kind of how far I would push it myself.
I think it got busted.
You maybe want to Control Z it, because once you let go of the smooth tool, it sets its position. So you only want to smooth it a little bit. There you go. There you go. About there.
Very nice. I love this. What? That's cheating. What?
And now you've basically got your hand in place. Now, obviously, you still want to move some of these fingers around. Like, for example, your middle finger feels very narrow compared to the other fingers.
Yes, and this one is...
and this is where we're going to be using the proportional editing. This is where that comes into use. So press O on your keyboard and start to move. You don't actually have to select whole selections when you're using proportional editing. I usually only have one vertex held at a time, and then use the proportional editing to move that specific vertex around. Remember, your fingers want to be relatively straight. Your fingers only ever rotate in one direction. If it makes work easier, it's never cheating. Exactly, Torgon. So you know what you're on about. Remember, you can use your scale and stuff as well by alt-selecting things and scaling up edges. But like I say, a lot of this is just simply moving it back and forth and, you know, getting it looking right. But hands are hard. It does take a long time to get your hands looking natural. The reason being is because as people, we usually communicate with our faces first. If something is off with a face, we notice it very quickly. Obviously, you probably all heard of Uncanny Valley at some point before. That's because of something that we are naturally inclined to notice. Hands are the second thing. We communicate a lot with our hands. It's a fundamental part of body language. Hell, even as VTubers right now, I'm using my hands even now to communicate a point. So your hands, if they don't feel quite right, you will notice it quicker than normal. What I would say is try and get your hands, try and get your face, try and get the entire model to what I would call 95% of the way there. You are never going to get it to the point where you are happy with it, because there's always going to be something a little bit better to do. But if you just get it to that 95% point where you're like, okay, I'm fine with this. I understand that there's still a few issues, but I can move on. If you get to that point, you will stop yourself burning out. Do not try to be a perfectionist with this stuff, especially when you're on your first few models. So Flint's done a pretty good job there. The only thing I would say, Flint, is you maybe need to make the fingers a little bit longer. Like all 4 fingers, just a little bit longer, because remember, your fingers and your palm should be about half and half. I kind of want to redo my whole hand now. If you feel like you could do a better job on it, go for it. But
yo,
also,
Chris Im, hello. Thank you for the raid. How's it going?
Yo, welcome on in.
Hello, Chris. How was your stream? What were you doing? Gorbino's raid. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh my gosh, we got squishies and we got squishies too. Yo, you squished me, I squished back. Here you go. You're playing Cruelty Squad. What is that? Also, hello, King of Kobold. Thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody.
Welcome on in.
Hello, Fionexia. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Get cozy, comfy. Enjoy the stream. We're currently doing some 3D modeling. I am not experienced with Blender at all, but Kaide
You want to
here,
show the model off?
like Kaide here, is an expert and a professional on it, and thus he's been teaching me, and that's what we're doing today. It's really cool. It's a Hitman type shooter. Wait, what? Like a stealth shooter? That's fun. That's so much fun. Also, everybody, thank you so much for the follows. Hagenbogen, Chronic Potty Mouth. I like that one. Bombila Secas and Zany Senpai. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Cute birds. Yay. Hello. Hello, Lupus
Very
Deus.
cute. Look at him.
It's if you played Hitman on LSD. Oh, interesting. So like with like really like vibrant colors and stuff. Interesting. Hello, Baby Sammy. Hello, Crev Fox. Hello, everybody. Enjoy the stream. It's like Deus Ex plus Hitman plus LSD. Okay, cool. Like the Dream Simulator or actually LSD?
Show off your work. Show what you've done.
Do it. I will. Yes. So I sorry. I got confused there for a second. Right now we are making a model. It's going to be a dragon. That's what people voted for. And this is so far what we've got. This is my first time modeling. And yeah. Oh, I gotta like actually move things around a bit too much. But like,
remember, you can use period on the numpad to
right.
reset the focus. So if you press A and then press period, you'll be able to navigate around the model a lot simpler.
Is the entire model? Yo, okay, that is indeed a lot better. Okay, cool. Look at that. both. Yes. Oh gosh, I'm using the wrong buttons. So yeah, say hi to this upcoming dragon. So we've got them Pete's with separate toesies. We got them thighs. We got that. We got that cake. Very important, especially with a dragon.
You gotta have the cake.
Yes. Yeah. No. Dragons value their cake very much. Right on the horde. And this is what we've been working on. This is currently the hands. Hello, Lulzy. How's it going?
So remember, if you want to select the hand, press L over the hand, and then press the period key so that we can focus back on that hand.
Poof. There we go. Hand time. Look at hand. So handy. Hi.
So when we smoothed it out, it shrank it down as well a bit. You can see how the wrist size now for the hand and the arm are massively different. So you just want to press S and you just simply want to scale the entire hand back up a bit. Because smoothing tends to remove volume. It doesn't add volume. Well, it can add volume if you go the other way, which is actually to make things more rough. But we want to expand it all back out.
Oh, I'm getting something.
We're doing well, Lulz. Thank you for asking.
You.
You're a sweetheart.
Oh, I'm liking this.
Lulz is actually pretty similar to you right now, Flint, because although a bit further through, Lulz has also been learning 3D art. And
Yo. We love to hear that.
Doing a learn, and he's doing very well with it.
And
what I love to see.
King of Kobold and Black Knight Wood. Thank you so much for the follows, precious peeps. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I hope you had a wonderful time with Chris playing Cruelty Squad. I hope it was an absolute blast, and I hope you enjoy this stream for right now as well. Yeah. Get comfy and cozy, everybody. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you follow so you know whenever we are going to be live next.
So, just so we're not hyper-focusing on this hand, because this is one thing you've got to be careful with 3D. You're doing well. You've like for a first hand, that's pretty good. So we want to connect it back up. So the first thing we got to do is we got to scale it up because it's a bit small at the minute.
Yes.
So if you grab all of it, so L, and then just simply scale it up by pressing S.
Perfect. I love them.
The bappers. The big bappers.
Look at these yaoi hands.
God damn it.
We did it, guys. We did it.
There we go.
Goals achieved.
Hands-on approach to 3D modeling.
This is a great shot. Feet and hands.
Feet and hands.
Feet, hands, feet.
Hold me, senpai. I shall.
Hold me,
senpai. I hold you gentle and soft like hamburger.
Hold me. Okay. But for realsies though, a little larger is good. And then.
And you want to pull them out just so they're a bit separate. Okay, so we want to join our hand back up to our wrist.
All right. Flint knows his audience. Of course I do. Actually, the audience I got around here is relatively wholesome. It's really funny whenever. It used to be a lot more common that I said a swear and people would be like, "Flint said a swear?"
Flint said a swear.
Oh my God, Flint! You said the fuck word. I can't believe you.
So I'm going to want you to watch my screen for a second here, Flint, just so you understand what I'm trying to describe, because it'd be hard to say it in words.
Okay.
So what I want you to do, I want you to grab the vertex there on the end of the arm and the vertex there on the hand.
Yes.
And delete them.
Delete them.
So that that's an open edge.
So I will delete the edge?
No, you got the wrong vertexes there. There need to be the vertexes in the middle.
The middle. Oh, okay. Hold on, I gotta move this a little bit.
Yeah, because we can move it back in a sec. Yeah, so it's those two there in the middle. So that one there, and the one on the arm, that's it. And delete them, so X and vertexes.
All right.
And now, what I want you to do is to grab one face here. So again, you want to watch my screen for this.
Okay, I'll look
so I'm
at your
want you to
screen.
grab 4 vertexes here.
Yes.
Press F once, then grab the 2 vertexes on the side, and then press F 7 times. Oh, you're connecting to the wrong ones.
Oh.
That's it. So grab that, and either the one above. No, that one, and that one.
They get really confusing for a bit there. Yeah.
Press F, and now grab the 2 vertexes there, and just press F 7 times. And there you go. The hand is now part of the body.
Oh my gosh.
And the reason we did that separate, like I say, was to get those terminations in place.
Yeah.
One thing we don't want to do, and this goes for anything with 3D modeling at all, you only want detail where we need that detail to be. The hand, obviously, is quite a complex part of the body. It does a lot of motions. You've obviously got your individual fingers, your palm, your thumb. It's got loads of interlinking parts, so it needs that topology there for that detail. Your arm, however, is basic as shit. It's just a tube. Yes, the tube does move in quite interesting ways, but it is essentially, when it comes to the shape and the form of it, a tube. So we don't need all of those vertexes that are on the hand to go up there. So that's our hand done. So we're going to move on from our hand. Next up, we're going to do the tail. Because we want a tail. It's a furry. We've gone a bit off the track here. So the way I tend to do the tail on the back of the body is we want it not on the butt cheeks itself.
How did I get this?
You've pressed C. So you want
I see.
You want to press escape.
It's still doing the thing.
Is that what have you clicked there?
I don't know.
Right click.
What did I do?
What have you done? Because that's the circle select tool, but
I got it.
Oh
no, I'm relocating the. That's not good.
You want to click the top one.
I've relocated the base. Whoops.
Okay, sweet. So press A and then press full stop period, I should say, to recenter your view.
And this doesn't work? Like if I go to the bottom view. Oh.
I see what's happened. Flint, look at my screen.
Yes.
Come up here, hold this selection thing, and make sure this is on select box.
Yes. Okay.
And now that should work again.
Okay, but the origin point is moved.
That's not the origin point. That's a 3D cursor, which is something we've not actually used yet. Your origin point is that section there. So if we want to reset that, okay. So you can actually see on mine that the origin point's in the wrong place as well, right?
Right. The red white thing, right? Or not?
Yeah, exactly. Not the red white thing. So the red and white thing. This little thing here
That's
that's on my
cursor?
screen. That's your 3D cursor. That is a tool. That's got nothing to do with the model itself or any of the data of the model. It's just simply a tool to use, primarily in the sense that, right? Okay. This is much a bit later on, but let's say I want to rotate this hand. I can rotate it like this.
Yeah.
Or I can actually set it to rotate around a 3D cursor. So if I put the cursor here, it will now rotate around that cursor.
Interesting.
It's a pivot point kind of thing. It's not. It's only for data, really. It's not really for anything like special, I suppose.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to reset your origin point, so if this has went off, Shift and S. We need to be in object mode for this, by the way. So we need to switch into object mode.
Object mode. Okay.
So we need to press Shift and S, cursor to world origin.
All right, there it is. And then?
Then we want to right click onto
something
the model.
happened.
Oh, go back. You merged something to it. Press Control Z.
I did it. Okay.
We're in object mode. No, you were in edit mode. Right, you need to go to edit object mode. You need to be in object mode for this.
Shift S.
Shift S.
Cursor to the world origin. Okay, that's all good then.
Right, and now what you need to do, right click onto the model.
Yes.
So you should get a little context menu. Set origin. Origin to 3D cursor.
Poof. All right. Cool.
And that should have now reset your origin point.
Sweet.
Okay.
And at that, I think we're pretty much at 11 p.m.
Are we? Oh, we are.
We are.
Okay, so next time we've got the tail and the head.
Next time we're going to do the tail and the head. We're going to absolutely do a second part of this. And I hope you guys have all enjoyed this stream today. It's been an absolute blast. I'm sorry to have to end stream so quickly after Chris's lovely raid. Make sure to follow the channel if you haven't yet so that you can see us next time. Baby Sammy 4, thanks so much for the follow. And I Precious Peep. Hello. They're a furry. What? Oh my gosh.
There's also a Discord community that is really useful. It's got all of his
yes
schedule.
You can click on that Discord link right there.
Lives.
If you're on mobile, you'll most likely not see the link because it's in an announcement.
So what I'll do is I'll just do this.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. You can do that, or you could go to discord.gg/birdcord. Yes, it works. It's fun. Try it out in your browser. Same goes for going to burb.live to go to this Twitch page, by the way. It's fun. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. This has been super duper fun. We're going to be sending you guys over to another set of lovely people. It's a Yori. We love a Yori. Yeah, thank you all so much for...
I love a Yori.
We're going to do a quick... before we go, a quick shout out to KaideArt.
Hello.
There we go. Go click that link. Go be a part of Kaide's community as well. Kaide is also a really wonderful streamer, also a Twitch partner, a very good 3D modeler. You'll see more of this kind of stuff on his channel as well. Go do it. You want to. Trust me, you'll want to.
Thanks for the awesome streams. And like, honestly, if anybody has any other questions as well, I do take DMs on this kind of stuff. Like if you get stuck somewhere and need a hand, feel free to ask. I do help. I will also be planning in time to do paid tutorials as well, so I can be in a call like what we've done here with Flint. That should be an option pretty soon too. But yeah, I hope this has been informative for you, Flint. You've done well for your first proper go at 3D.
This has been pretty good, really. This has been pretty fantastic what we've got here.
Yeah, and that's
So, yeah.
all you as well. That's what you did. I haven't touched that model. That is all Flint.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome knowing that.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me, and thank you to everybody who made this happen. Because we're doing this stream because you guys hit 600 subs last month. Oh yeah, everybody. Before we go, I gotta show again. Oh wait, that thing is gone. Hold on. I can just bring this in review. There we go, and I can put like this. Yeah, we're doing this on Tuesday. Yeah, everybody, make sure to know that. Tuesday, upcoming stream is going to be a mini subathon with a cap of, well, I'm saying mini with a cap of 72 hours, which is more than some people.
It's a fairly decent subathon.
It's mini for me because I always do it uncapped. Let's put it that way. So that in that context, I would say it's mini. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to be on the lookout for this. We're going to be playing all the Sly Cooper games. You're going to love it. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Join the Discord. We're going to send you guys over to another lovely band of peeps.
I may have come in at the end, but thank you for the stream. Have a wonderful night, friends. Great work on the modeling.
Thank you, Morphe. I really appreciate it. Make sure to not use Chatbird TTS as a highlighter, but I really appreciate your sweet messages.
That one was a cute one, to be honest.
It is. I try to be a little bit stern with it, because like.
I know.
Yeah. But anyways, Morphe, I really appreciate you.
But thank you for the butt. Have a wonderful night, friends. But on the modeling.
But.
Thank you, Bot.
Yeah, but Morphe, you're greatly appreciated. Thank you. I really appreciate your sweet messages.
You're all appreciated. You've all done wonderful today. I'm glad. Thank you for joining us. This was something different, and I hope you all liked it. Oops.
You're learning so much. Hell yeah, Amber. I'm glad.
Well, be sure to join for us next time. We don't know why. We only plan to do one, so we do need to go over when we're going to do another one. But if you're in that Discord, you'll know when we do it.
Yeah, just join our Discord. Join our or check out my Twitter. I believe it's just !Twitter.
Oh, I swear, he posts propaganda on there.
Oh my gosh, propaganda. Amber, thank you so much for the follow, you precious peep. And the question is, where am I going to send you guys? Let's see. I can send you guys to BitNerd. I can send you guys to a bat who's playing Are You Smarter Than a Bat? That is fun. That is fun.
Let's go to a bat.
Let's go to bat. Let's go to Tall.
Smarter than do you think they're smarter than a 10-year-old?
I am gonna let Ta answer for himself.
We're gonna go and see. Your baby.
You're smart, aren't ya?
You're smart.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be our raid message. Everybody who has the emotes, make sure to copy paste it completely. If you don't have the emotes, you can replace it by anything else that you would deem fitting for it. You can also, of course, go into the channel points below and go to a teal button that says choose an emote to unlock. That'll allow you to unlock one of the emotes. Make sure to pick the if you that, or you could also, of course, just subscribe right now, real quick, if you're fast.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Just be
subscribe
a quick.
Now.
Just be a quick little subber.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Cool people subscribe, but cool people also watch as well. Thank you. You're all appreciated.
I sincerely appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all so much for being wonderful. And we're gonna pass you on to a bat. Thank you. You have the kind of money at the moment. We're joking.
We're joking.
You're fine.
We appreciate you being here, Stefan.
We're gonna be raiding pretty much now. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.